Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good evening. I'm so sorry that this is so late, but I did have another reading I had to finish. And I know it's late for a lot of you guys. The time kind of sucks, especially during the summer, because I believe it's an hour more than what it is in the winter. So, Jen, no, actually, it's funny you said that because I was going to actually bring him on, but I didn't have time to put the dogs and cats away to bring him out. He actually flew. I was doing my hair and stuff, and he flew up to me. He's just learning to fly, and he like flew and he wanted to cuddle, and I felt bad I had to leave because I didn't have time. It's already so late. So as far as personal questions, please read the description. It is 15 for a question. Um So relationships are always, you can't force anybody to do anything with relationships. I'll just say that. So, and we're not going to start the questions yet. I need to give a chance for everybody to get here. And we'll explain how this works. We're not going to do quite as many questions tonight because 3-hour lives are killing me. So I think we're going to try with 10 and go from there. See how we go. The bird's about 6 weeks. So he's still getting he's still eating his formula. We finally got that under because at first I couldn't get him to eat. But I've had him a week and today actually, a week today. So but yeah, I had a reading, so that's why I'm late. And I try to do these. I know people want me to like schedule them, but it's so hard to schedule them with my schedule right now. Like it's all going off of, you know, time and energy is basically what it's going off of, you know. So yeah, one day I will bring the bird on live when I have more time to put everybody away. I will. I want to start actually doing that. That's my plan. I have haunted dolls I want to show you guys too. So far there's been really nothing. So we're gonna do a live one night with that and just see. Yeah, no, I'm not really getting enough sleep. I'm not. I never do. Yeah, it's a conure. It's a conure, but it's like high yellow or something. It's a different colored, but it's a green cheek, but the colors are different. So, yeah, spontaneous, I know, but everybody wants me to be like, I'm scheduling it for this day and this time, and unfortunately, that's just not possible right now. My mom's doing well. She's struggling through it. So we're in May. So next month, I think she goes for her appointment for her eyes. So hopefully, she'll once that's done, then she could get her cataracts done, then she could start seeing again because I always hear how she can't see. And she's doing good. Thank you for asking. Hello. I used to be from California. Used to be because I don't live there anymore. That's what I mean. Yeah, they're really pretty. They're really pretty. Who knows? If we have time, we might bring them on tonight, but I haven't had anything happening, honestly. So, but they're really pretty anyways. But at the same time, I haven't sat down and tried to work with them either. So, and Tammy's here. And don't forget that we have a live coming on the 5th. And that's going to be the second part of the astrology of Ted and I. It's going to be the astrology of when we did our readings, like mine and Ted's astrology charts together, kind of when we did the readings, like when I worked with him. So his readings and Idaho 4. We did the charts. We pulled the charts for that. And I don't know what else if she's going to pull the Delphi one too, because we found out that he was helping during that and we weren't aware. So, I know, but it's so interesting. I totally understood it, and I think she does a good job explaining. Sometimes I have to ask her, like, "What? What does that mean?" I don't, because I think people that teach this stuff kind of forget that we don't know. But it was really fascinating. Honestly, I find it fascinating. I felt all the energy from the charts as well, not just her. I was extremely drained that night, but when we got off, not only that, but he did make an appearance. But yeah, there was a lot of energy coming off that charts because it is pretty powerful, you know. So there's that. But if you haven't checked out that live, make sure you check it out before she comes back on the 5th. So, yep. But I think she does a really good job explaining it. I thought it was really interesting. I always think it's interesting. It fascinates me. Yeah. Yeah, we're waiting on Cola's freaking baby to come already. Maybe it's the 15th of, or what did I say, the 25th? I don't remember what I told you, the 25th? It can't be the 25th of this month. What do you freaking do? Are you supposed to go and, like, have them? I don't know. I know that you might have to be, what is that where they make them come early? I can't think of the name of it right now. It'll still come when it's meant to come, but sometimes they do have to do that. Yeah, it's hard, and some people, hello, are just better at it than others. They retain it better and they can understand it better than others. So, but the bird's birthday is March 18th and the pup's birthday is February 13th, which is the day after mine. I was like, oh, he's a little Aquarius pup. Great. He's going to be stubborn like me. He's going to be set in his ways, not like anybody tell him what to do. Hello from Tucson. You're not far from me, actually. Induced. Yeah, that's the word. See, I'm tired. I don't even know why I'm doing this tonight. I don't even think my brain is working. Can't even think of the name induced or the word induced name. See what I mean? So happy heavenly birthday to Vanished and Forgotten's dad. My grandma's was yesterday. But that's been since 2002. So huh. How interesting. I think I saw him on a show or something too. Yep, you will have to. See, I told you, like, it's hard to predict a baby's birth because it's up to them. Choose when they want to come. It's super hard to predict it. No, I think, she is manic and she does have a personality disorder. And I think she did kind of fly, she did lose it. But at the same time, I think she knew what she was doing. Like, it's because she covered it up. That's great, Katie, or KM Television. I think you're. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. Hello, everybody. Okay. Want to give everybody a chance to get in here because I don't like to repeat myself. Because we have people that come in and they're just like ask the same questions that I already talked about. And I don't like to repeat myself. And I'm like feeling the energy off you guys because all of us, I was perfectly fine till I got on here, and then now I feel like whoop, my energy level went from here to here real fast. So you guys need to stop with all the energy in the chat. Yeah, we're gonna go up to 10 questions tonight. See how we go from there. These 3-hour lives are killing me, so we're trying to shorten it up a little bit. Maybe if I do them shorter, then we can do more. Yes, you are draining my energy. So, yep, clairsentience is for true. Clairsentient Club, for sure. She's going to use the number system again. Okay. All right. So let's get this show on the road. What Spirit just said. They're pushing me to get going on this. So basically how we're going to do this, and we can just talk and chit chat, and you guys can ask me regular questions if nobody has any personal questions tonight. But it is $15 for one question. You shoot your payment to the everything that's down below in the description box I'll also put the banner back up for a minute. You can usually just find me if you type in the Psychic Sleuth. Also, if you can, please do not use PayPal. If you have to use PayPal, then just use friends and family, please. If you absolutely have to use PayPal, otherwise, please use Cash App or Venmo. So basically, we're gonna do. You send your payment and then put paid and ask your question. Please only ask it one time. Please do not ask it like 5 times because it's gonna confuse Tammy there in the background. And so just put paid and put your question, and then that's it, and I'll get to you. Tammy will let you know what number you are in the chat. When I get to you, please come in I'll call your name, ask if you're here. Please come into the chat and respond with what I'm saying and validate with what I'm saying. This will help me get more information if you can validate. If for some reason you have to leave or you cannot stay or whatever, I pass out before I get to you, please make sure that you find me. Okay, I do not know who you are. I cannot find you, so please make sure you find me. All of the information is down below on how to do so. So again, if you want a question, put paid and then your question. Okay, that way we know you've paid for your question and what your question is, and then you don't have to put anything else. So you don't need to tell me where you sent the payment, any of that. Just put paid and your question. Okay, keep in mind we are doing and if you can, thank you very much for the fine art medium, but if you can, please don't do super stickers because it takes me a whole month to have to get them. So keep that in mind. Plus, YouTube takes a bunch of it. All right. So keep it in mind. If you can send the other way, I'd appreciate that. But I will answer your question anyways, regardless. Just saying. Please use one of the payment options over there. So keep in mind this is intuitive guidance questions. So no mediumship as it's fine. Things happen. Like I said, I'll do it anyways. I'm just saying if that's the only way you can do it, that's the only way you can do it. I totally understand. So darn Mercury retrograde is driving me crazy. It's messing with my phone, it's messing with my TV, it's messing with my car. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, YouTube takes their share, and then it takes a month. Like I get paid the 20th of every month, so it takes a whole month. So just keep that in mind. So again, this is intuitive guidance questions. So please no mediumship questions. We're not doing mediumship tonight. Mediumship takes like 30-40 minutes per mediumship. Can only fit about 4, maybe 5 in that, and I'm hoping to do a night of that, but I don't know at this point because mediumship's more draining than intuitive guidance for some reason. Spirit drains me a lot more, and it just because my readings are so in depth and they go so long, it's hard to do those ones with all the readings I'm doing. Like seriously, I don't know how Matt Frazier does all that he does and not feel drained like I do. I don't know how he does it. It's perfectly fine if you're having technical difficulties. I completely understand. Like I said, I'll still answer again. Anyways, I'm just saying let that be your last thing. So keep in mind also that when it comes to intuitive guidance, things are based on possibilities. So nothing that I tell you, predictions that I give you are not set in stone. Hello, DJ. Sorry you have to go. I know it's late. I apologize. Okay, so again, I'm gonna leave the comments up to you, Tammy, because for some reason I'm having a hard time like just talking and doing this at the same time. So I'm gonna leave it up to you. Okay, so keep in mind these questions your answers are about possibilities, nothing set in stone. You have the free will to make other choices and decisions as well as others do. You can get past, present, future in the information, and things can be very symbolic sometimes. Sure, it's right there. If you just go to the Psychic Sleuth at gmail.com. Their links are in the description box, I believe. I think both of them are down there. I'm not sure, but if you can do friends and family, please do friends and family in PayPal because they hold my money. They're ridiculous. So friends and family, they don't, but goods and services, they do. All right. So again, past, present, future, symbolic. Sometimes they can have multiple meanings. Although we're not going to like full readings, I just like to put that out there. Possibilities, not set in stone. Everything's as you perceive it, so how it makes sense to you. So what I get is what I give you guys. Make sure that you read the fine print below as far as refunds. Like if you're not happy with your answer, I don't know what to tell you. It's not from me, it's from spirit. Sometimes answers will be similar because you guys have similar situations and spirit will give similar things. So I'm only saying that because I have a comment saying that I was telling everybody the same thing, which I don't do. I only give you guys what I get, plain and simple, and I usually tell it like it is, and that's how it goes. So, you know, some people don't like that. I don't know what to say at this point. So, yeah. Are there any questions about the process? Basically, I outline the process in the description box below, so you can refer to that. I'm going to do 10 questions. If I feel like I can do more or we have time for more, then we can do that. Okay. But right now, we're just going to start 10 because it's so late. I'm so tired. And yeah. Oh, and if you ask questions about your loved ones, your kids, your daughter, please post what the question is, okay? Because if you have a question about your daughter, it's not like specific enough. I use the questions to communicate with your guides. That's how I connect, especially if we're here. I don't run off of birth dates and stuff like that. Sometimes if we're doing a private reading, I may ask for a picture for more information, but usually I just use the questions. That's just the way that I work. Oh, adventurous spirit. That's very sweet. I love how you guys pay it forward. Everybody's so kind in the comments and the chat. We like have one of the greatest communities here. Yeah, we're going up to 10. I think we're on 4, right, Tammy? We only have 4 questions, so you're good. You can get on the list. Okay. Just clearing a little bit because I did it earlier, but I'm redoing it. I don't know what you mean, Gabby. Yeah, we're on 5. I think we're on 5 questions. So we're going up to 10. It's 15 a question. I don't have Google Pay. No. I've been meaning to set that up, but I forgot the reason I didn't finish it. But I have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, friends and family. Yeah. I mean, and you know what? I barely make the 3 hours because usually I have readings prior to this. So basically, it's a little much. So, okay. No, so PayPal, friends and family. So if you have PayPal, instead of paying for goods and services, you just go to friends and family and pay that way. I do have Zelle, but it's my phone. I mean, it's my phone number. I don't know. You want to put that on there? I don't want a bunch of text messages. I see it now. I put my phone number out there, and everybody's just like asking me questions through text all day. Totally see that. I do have Zelle though. Yeah. I don't know. Can you just type in my name and find me? In there, I think if you type in RachelleLapham, it might come up. If not, then message me. If you can't find me, then I'll put it in the chat. Because okay, so whenever I had my hair done, I posted the picture of it and I forgot that my hairdresser's number was on there. People texted her looking for me, and it's like, no. So okay, so dear Gabby's asking if she could be the recipient of one of the donated questions from Adventurous Spirit. Yes, I'm sure you can be. Okay. All right. Okay, so DMCG, are you here? Ouch. I feel kind of sick all of a sudden. Ugh. Hey, where'd she go? Where'd the question go? Tammy? Oh, DMCG 1128. Where are ya? The Tucson person. Okay, mom and 23 kitties. Remember, you put paid and then your question. I don't know what. Yeah. I don't know what email I'm using for that one though. Um. Here, let's try this. Let's try this email. Gosh dang it. I don't know. Try that one. I think I'm signed up with that one. I don't remember. Try that email. See if it comes up under my name. DMCG, are you still here? Where did you go? Okay, we got room for 2 more questions. DMCG 1128, where are you at? You guys, please, if I call you, please come. If not, I'll have to come back around. Okay, there you are. Okay, so your question is when will my side business take off? So I feel like there might be some shifts and changes that you need to do with your side business. I don't know if it's like making things a little more unique because I'm getting like also I feel like you're not being seen or out there enough. Um I know I get this a lot with like businesses, but marketing is seems to be a thing, and there's lots of different ways that people can market now, TikTok, whatever, like showcasing your stuff. But I feel like everything comes as everything comes in its time it's supposed to come in, you know what I mean? So it's it feels like you're building. So have you been like kind of building this for a little bit of time? And what is your marketing like? Because it comes across as, and I know I like I said, I know I get this a lot, but it's going to come in for small businesses as far as marketing and putting it on different platforms and also making things kind of unique and catchy. Um, so and also like remember whenever you're growing a new business, it's going to take time to grow that business. Um, so another thing that you can do, because also things happen in the time they're supposed to. Um, so besides those things that I'm getting, I mean, does that make sense as far as like maybe like what are you currently doing for marketing? Are you doing a lot of marketing or not? I just feel like you're not being seen and it's not out there enough. Like I said, it took a long time for my business to actually take off, and it's because you have to be seen and do things that people really want. But I feel like something that's unique, um, they're not actually giving me what it is, but they keep talking about the word unique again. And something to do with your marketing. But I feel like when you get things together and you start going and you start doing more and more with it, you're going to push that energy. You can do manifestation as well with this. Sometimes when we push things too much, like we push a business too much, we push a relationship too much, we actually block the energy and we push it away. It's important to allow the universe and just be like, look, universe, this is my business. I'm doing it because I feel like it's my passion and I will go wherever you want me to go with it. So sometimes it is letting go and allowing things to just happen, along with, of course, putting in the work. Like, you obviously have to put in the work. It's not going to just fall in your lap. But there's a lot of meditate, like, they have ones that you can listen to when you're sleeping to manifest. But am I making sense to you? Can you just comment that I'm making sense, and tell me what you're doing for, like, marketing stuff? Okay. So whenever, yes, what? So whenever you guys, like, reply, like, your validation or your response, you please put, like, how things make sense, because that'll help me get more from it. So social media marketing. Okay. So do you actually do, like, TikTok and stuff like that as well? Or is it just, like, Facebook and Instagram? Because I feel like you need to get seen by more people. So I don't know if it's just something with your marketing. Maybe talking to a marketing specialist. But I mean, I feel like by this time next year things will grow, but I feel like it's gonna grow, like, if it comes across as it's gonna grow within the next 5 years. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Um, do you like, okay, so your side business, is it stuff that you make or create? Dude, sorry, 1 second. My cat just knocked over the cat tree. I don't know why this thing always falls over. I don't know why, dude. I put it together right. Get out of my seat. I leave for 2 seconds and you jump up here. Okay, so you make, so you buy, but you do kind of create, right? I feel like also I'm hearing packages or some kind of, okay, so I'm getting also maybe discounts, like buy one get one 15% off, or a reference thing, like if someone comes to you then you give them 15% off, like, um or if you have a code, like maybe a code or something like that, because I'm getting, like, discounts as well as some kind of package thing with some of your things that you make, and making them really, like, tailored to what people want, if that makes sense. So I feel like there needs to be a little bit of changes maybe in the stuff you're creating, but not a lot, just making it more kind of, um yeah. So that's what I'm saying, cuz, like, okay, cool. Um that's kind of what I'm getting, is, like, maybe that's what the word unique means, like tailoring it to specific people, but I don't know, like, do you make you make commercials, right? Obviously, cuz you do TikTok. Um cuz I'm getting that. I get, like, by next year it'll grow a lot, but then within the next 5 years I feel like it'll take off more, but I feel like there needs to be some sort of mm, I don't know how to explain this. Maybe adding some new stuff. Okay, cool. So, that's why I keep getting the word unique. But maybe, is there a way you can do packages and things like that as well, like, and sell them, like a couple different products in one little thing, and offer it for a full price, like little things? I don't know exactly, again, what you're doing, but it's like they show me, like, a couple little things and, like, a little packaged deal. Um okay, cool. And then I would also do, like, a reference, like people that reference you. I would also, for some reason, what's also coming up is reviews, like people that have bought from you make reviews. Do you have a website too, or no? Okay, yeah. I was gonna ask you that. I get that a lot, so, like, sometimes I question it. I was gonna ask you that actually. So that makes sense. Because I was going along the okay. All right. So I would offer like get have this code and you'll get this amount off, blah blah blah, or save with this code. Um so because lately I've been getting a lot of like crystals and stuff. So when I get that, I start questioning it. Like everybody doing crystals, just like the same thing with the marketing. So I feel like there needs to be some like more unique stuff. What you're working on, and I feel like, do you happen to do like pendants as well, like the crystal pendants like that people wear? Because doing something like that, and do you also like, is there a way so um you can put healing into your crystals, and then you can send it with like something that explains what each of the crystal is? Do you do that as well? I know it's Neo. Please put paid and then your question. And when we get to 10, we're done. I think we're at 10. Um, but I would do it like I like the sun catcher idea as well. Okay. What about Okay, perfect. That's why I'm getting that. Okay, I'm also getting, is there a way, because you're saying you'd make sun catchers, right? Is there a way that you can make something similar to a rainbow bridge? A rainbow bridge, what are those things called? Wind chime. Because for some reason that's coming in. And I know it's not really unique because there is something similar out there, but make it your own out of crystals. If you can make it look more rainbow, and then like make it towards for people's pets. People love that stuff. Like in memory of a pet, like you know what I mean? Have you seen those, like the rainbow bridge wind chimes? I'm getting that, but make it out of crystals. Yeah. So Google it because I've seen it. Yeah, for pets. So cuz pets cross the rainbow bridge, and a lot of people like rainbow bridge stuff. So I've seen the Rainbow Bridge chimes, and so they're referencing that, but do it with crystals and make it your own kind of thing. Like that's what I'm getting as an idea. Okay, and there's lots of other ideas that you can come up with. Do you do crystals bracelets or anything like that? Um, but for some reason they are showing me that Rainbow Bridge wind chime, but not the same as the one that's out there where it's like metal rainbows, but with crystals. If you can do that for some reason, or something similar too. Okay, so bracelets. Also, do you sell sage or anything like that, or can you make a bundle with like a cleansing bundle, because that's coming in too? Um, they're all of a sudden giving me like all these ideas. Uh so also, as far as your packaging, like you could do a bundle like cleansing your space bundle. Okay, sponging bundles. Okay. Yeah, you could do the chakra colors too, like a chakra one. And that's kind of what rainbow is anyways, is the chakras. Um so okay, so can you make these bundles like, these are the crystals and things that you would need to protect yourself. These are the crystals that you need to help your spiritual gifts grow. These are the crystals that will help you with anxiety. Like, can you make a bundle like that with like a necklace and a bracelet? And okay, cool. But also, I, for some reason I'm getting that because people are crazy about their pets, and when they pass away, like I really think like you could do something like that. Um Do you know what I mean? Like, they keep showing me that. So I think that would be something that would be really good, and you can make it your own. It might be hard to make, but I think once you get it going or you have the idea for it, okay. So you do make sets like that. Okay. So I think the biggest thing is marketing. And you know what? If you want to send me some stuff, I'll wear and I will promote you. If you want to do that, we can do that as well. And maybe find some influencers that will promote you as well. That's something to think about. If you don't want me to do it, you can find people on TikTok that are really big, that can promote your business. So those are just some ideas. Yes, Rainbow Bridge items, that's coming in, and I'm thinking because they're, people struggle with loss of pets a lot, and like it's a good way to memorialize them. And for some reason, like you can always do like a loss of a pet healing bundle as well. Okay. So just think of different bundles you can do with like your thing, and or with all of the not thing, freaking word. Gosh dang it, Neo. Hold on a second. What did you do? I don't know about you, dude. You knocked down my computer. I hope it didn't break. My other one. Watch. Get down. So all of your like jewelry and stuff like that, like if you can make like bundles for different things. Pet healing one, the healing loss of a loved one. That's coming in as well. So like, make a bundle for loss of a loved one, stones or things that could help you get through that. Yeah. So, and then just make sure that you get it out there. More people need to see it. So, those are some ideas that Spirit is giving you. And yeah, if you want me to promote it, I will do that as well. Or you can find some others that will promote it. I'm sure if you just message them on TikTok, they totally do it. And then what they get in exchange is some of your product. So you'll have to message me, let me know how it goes. If you have any more questions, I mean, I love whenever Spirit gives me ideas like that, because it's like, man, how come I'm not thinking of this for my own stuff? I think we're good on questions, right, Tammy? We're up to 10, right? Huh? We have one more left. We have room for one more left. So you would pay and send it all in the description box below is all the ways to pay. If you just find me under the Psychic Sleuth under Venmo or Cash App, and then you ask the question. So I'm guessing if you guys can not send the stickers, I understand if you have to, but that's okay. So we're at limit for questions right now. And then we'll see how I feel after I finish the 10. But as you can see, that one took a minute. So yeah. If you want to email me, I can find like the idea I'm talking about. That's okay. Yeah, you got a number, so go back in the go back in the comments and see what number you are. Okay? Cuz she gave everybody a number, I think. Right, Tammy? Everybody got a number, so go back in the chat and see what your number is. We're on the second question now. Fine art medium, where'd you go? Are you still here? Curious to know if I'm on the right track. How we feel with the paranormal issues and combining my art skills with my readings. Okay, I got a lot for you. Okay. So yes, you're on the right track for helping people, because if you weren't meant to do it, you wouldn't be doing it. Plain and simple. That's how it is. And you're working with Chastity, right? I don't know why they just showed me Chastity. So that's what my guess is. You work with her on what you're doing. So as far as the art skills with your readings, yes, I feel like you channel while you're doing art. I feel like it would be really good to, do you currently, when you're channeling, do you currently draw or scribble or anything like that? That could, that you could actually send to the person that you're channeling for. That would be really good. I had somebody that did that for me when my husband passed away. She did like a drawing as she channeled, and then I ended up keeping the drawing. So sometimes we do that, or they do like spirit drawings. Okay, so you can do anything while you're channeling, or if somebody sends you a picture, maybe you can draw something up for them and send it. Okay. All right. Yeah. So if I'm getting that, then that shows me that that's, oops. Fuck. If I'm getting that, then that shows me that that's what you're supposed to be doing. And that's good. Good. Okay. Because that's what I'm getting, is that you need to be doing that and then sending it to them. Because I was being reminded of when I got to keep mine. It's a really good memento, and sometimes things will come out like in the drawing, and not everybody can do that. That's something that's really unique. So, I'd be curious if you wouldn't be able to see. I don't know why I got reminded of those people. Like, I don't know how your drawing is, but I just got reminded of, those ones that say, "Oh, I could see your soulmate," and then they do a drawing of the person and they send it to them. Or if it's not something like that and you're doing mediumship, you can draw their loved ones, depending on how, I don't know how good you are at portraits. Portraits are hard. That might be something that comes with time. Okay. Okay. All right. So that is something that you can do. So you basically draw what you see, which is kind of what I'm getting. Um Okay, great at portraits. All right. So I'd be curious if you're able to see someone's like future person and draw it for them. Um I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's a possibility, depending on, that might come later on in a more psychic way. But yeah, for portraits of their loved ones or whatever you're seeing, that's perfect. Just, whatever you feel pulled and then giving it to them, that's awesome. And I think there was a third part to the question that I'm not remembering what it was. Let's see. Nope, it wasn't her. Crap. Can you put the Tammy, is there a way you can put the thank you? So yeah. And you'll have to tell me how you're doing your oracle deck, because I'm gonna do crime cards, but someone sent me information. I actually still gotta look at it. But yeah. So that's awesome. What you're doing is, I mean, like I said, you wouldn't be doing it if you weren't meant to. So you're on this path for a reason. You're doing it for a reason, and I would love to be able to draw when I channel, like what I see when I channel. That would be awesome. So that's a gift in itself. Oracle deck's great. I think it'll do really good. Perfect. Sounds wonderful. Oh, DMCG. I have to go back to you because Etsy's coming up with her stuff. So if you don't currently sell on Etsy, that's an idea. Okay, going back to fine art medium. And then I would also put your paranormal help cards on Etsy. It's coming in for both of you as far as places to put your stuff if you don't currently. And do you currently do TikTok as well, fine art medium, or no? Or you just do YouTube? Because I feel like a TikTok would be really good for you as well, especially like you can do things like this, which I don't know if you do, where you answer questions and things like that. Yeah. So we'll get there, DMC. I promise we'll get there. Okay. Roxy, the only other thing I have is PayPal, but you have to do friends and family. So, okay. So then things like this for TikTok would be really good too. Oracle cards, channeling, questions, drawing people's things, getting their address and sending it to them. Also just channeling, drawing, and selling those. Okay. So, Those are ideas I'm getting too, like in your meditative state, or when you're just channeling, painting, drawing, putting on a canvas and selling those would be really good. Because actually, I'm getting reminded of the little girl that like drew Jesus or painted Jesus, and she basically channeled it, but she also saw him. But there's some that have channeled things that they've seen and painted it. I'm getting that with you. Like you could channel on your own, not just for people, paint what you see, like maybe paint heaven, paint whatever, like you're channeling, and then put it on canvas and sell that as well as part of, I wouldn't mind have something like that on my wall. Just like spiritual paintings that you could do, or spiritual stuff, spiritual portraits, whatever. Whoever you see, you could just freaking paint your own guide and put it on a canvas and sell it. Do you also offer clearings as well? Yeah. So that all the drawing and painting and everything, that's really good. And that, like I said, that's a gift in its own. You can go a lot of different ways with it. So, you can also just, like I said, channel while you're just sitting there, paint, draw, whatever, put it on canvases and sell those. Yeah. Okay. So, because I'm getting clearings as well. And I have another idea for you. The one that was just before you, that's coming in. They're crisscrossing now because I guess I wasn't done and I thought I was. So the one before that, we need to go back to her when I'm done with this one, because I just had something pop in and I don't understand it. So yeah, you're on the right path. You're doing what you're supposed to do. It's the same thing as getting seen and getting out there, doing a lot of TikToks and things like that. And yeah, you're there. Website, I'm sure you got a website. Shorts and those things are good too. So, I mean, you wouldn't be doing it if you wouldn't be doing it if you weren't supposed to be doing it. Put it like that. So, we're mediums if we're meant to be mediums, and you have a great gift within itself with the whole art thing. Like, man, I wish I could paint and draw what I see, because it would be awesome. Probably help find a lot more people if I could paint and draw what I see. My pictures are horrible. So, and I was gonna say, you and Chastity are supposed to be working together. It's a partnership that's supposed to be, or you wouldn't have found each other. You wouldn't be working with each other. I actually think you might be like there's a past life connection here as well. And yeah, so I think that you guys will, you'll do pretty good with it. I do need a sketchers. I actually got a program where I can do people now, but I haven't really done much. So, and sometimes it's hard to also like put what I see on a page as well, anyways, or I can see it in my head, but sometimes I can't put it all together. So, yeah. I think the art thing is big. Like you really need to put that out like big, like majorly, that you can do that. Like you can draw people on the other side or draw who you see on the other side. There's a video option, but it's more, and it's because it's kind of that's not I don't like channeling that way, because it's harder. As you see, it's hard. I get slower information and it's kind of an inconvenience, but it's there. It's just more. You just have to read through everything on the website. So I hope that answered your question, fine art medium. I mean, I would love to see, I think that's a really big thing is I was going to say you guys have astrology connections as well, actually, Chastity. That's what I was going to say. So it's funny you said that. Yep. So you need to really push the art thing, though, for some reason. The most comfortable way for me to give and receive messages is usually through typing. because I'm just connected to that person. There's no other distractions, nothing, because I have ADHD and I get off. I get off on other people. So, I do. I mean, I type. I like to do the chat readings the best. Those are my favorite ways because I've been doing it that way for 10 years. I've only been doing it this way for a year. I get the information slower this way sometimes, and sometimes I get off like I say, I have ADHD, so I get off into other things sometimes, especially if someone's looking at me and they're talking to me. I can't focus on spirit. So that's why I like to do the typing, because I focus. I'm focused. More focused. I don't feel like I miss anything. So I need to go back to the one right before her. If you can put her question back up, because I don't remember her name now. Hopefully she's still here and she didn't leave. Because I need to ask her if she does this, because it was weird. It was coming in with your stuff. Okay, Ara. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not big on video stuff either. Like, I just started doing the video thing and it's hard. Okay, yeah. So I have a question. I don't know why I'm getting this. So I'm getting like a little teardrop looking pendant that has like I don't even know if you could possibly do this. I don't know if it's epoxy or exactly what it is, but um I don't know if you could. It wouldn't be an ash necklace, I don't think. You could do that. You could offer ash necklaces, but it's like I'm getting like a dried flower or a keepsake or something like that that's in this pendant necklace. Does that make sense? Do you do that too? Because I'm getting like these little teardrop necklaces that you can make. I mean, you could put you could have ashes. Okay, you could do ashes for people, but put them like in epoxy or something like that they can wear, because I know they have like the ones that you carry and stuff. Man, I'm giving you all these ideas. I want these ideas. Um, so you put little ashes in them and then you like epoxy it. So you'd have to figure out how to do it. But I'm seeing like a little teardrop like necklace thing that you could do that with, or you could take a little like dried piece of flour or a little, I don't know, something, and put it in epoxy. Like, you can make them personal or you can make them for yourself, or for whatever. Um, and you could even put crystals in there and epoxy it or something like that. But those are just something that I'm getting because the personalized items are people really love. Um, so like when it comes to ashes and things like that, like having an epoxy like a necklace, like I would buy that. Like, that's something that, the people that like the ash necklaces would like I think people would really like that. Or like the little like keepsake. I don't know. I'm getting like a flower or like a dried flower or dried piece of flower or something like that. But maybe you could do it personalized and you could do it non-personalized, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. I hope we're done with you now. Question number 3. Sorry. You're welcome. Oh, okay. She sent me a picture. Let me see if I can yeah. Can you see that? So things like that would be really cool. Um and you could even put crystals in there too, like the little tiny crystals. But it's like they weren't done. They brought me back. I was doing your stuff and I don't know. So like those kind of things you could even do. Like I said, I'm getting the ashes too. So there's a reason I got that. So, all right. So I'm excited for you. Like, why can't I do these things? Like, Okay. Number 3. Is crime after crime number 3 or 4? Tammy, I can't hear you. She seems like she's frustrated. Tammy, what's going on? I watch her in the background because she's like, okay, I'm just going to type it to her. Whole gap of feed gone. She can't find it anywhere. Okay, so question 3 on. You guys, please put paid in your question. Well, we don't know who's in order then. Hold on. She says she can't find all the chat. I might have to go find it because it's not missing on my end. I don't think. We'll see. Okay, yeah, we didn't get to the questions there, so I might be able to see it. She can't. You might have to go out and come back in. Hold on a second. I got to find question 3. It looks like she's number 3. I don't see one before her, Tammy. All right. Crime after crime. What's your question about your daughter? She's adventurous spirit paid for 2 people. So that's why. So I need to know who's. I have to wait till she gets back. I see what happened. But I don't know why. Hold on. Tammy. So adventurous spirit was number 3, but so she donated. So we need to find out who she donated for and just bring them in at the end. So crime after crime, we're just going to make her 3. Okay. Is that good? And then that way we're in order. Okay. There, you're next. So what's your question about your daughter? We're your mom. We're not doing a mediumship tonight. We're not doing mediumship. Mediumship, it turns out to like a 30-40 minute question, 30-40 minute reading, and I just can't do it. Yeah, Adventurous Spirit donated though. She didn't ask a question. So, dear Gabby, we're gonna push you down a little bit because I just need to know, crime after crime, what you're wanting to know. You're welcome, your mom. You're welcome to schedule, but I do have a long waiting list. Didn't Adventurous Spirit donate too? Or do we have both questions already? You have them? Okay. Okay. Okay, so crime after crime. You have to understand that our kids come here. Hold on, crime after crime. Let me help her real quick. I mean, your mom, you have to understand that your son is always going to be with you, okay? And I know it's hard. I can't imagine because I have a son of my own. But I promise you that when it's your time, you'll be with him again, and I know that it's hard to make it through each day. So, will you be okay? That's make sure that you get the help that you need to be okay, because he wants you to be okay. Like, he wouldn't want anything to happen to you. We all have a time and a place, unfortunately, as hard as that is for many people to understand. So, if you don't feel like you're going to be okay, please make sure that you get help, you go to a grief group, whatever you need to do to be okay. So, it's one of those things. Grief is really hard, and you just have to sometimes can't get through it alone. So, you can message me. Problem is I have no room. Like, I was squeezing people in for like emergency reading, but I literally have no room to do it anymore. So, um, my booking link's there, but I can tell you that your son will never leave you. He'll always be with you, and we don't ever lose our loved ones. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, so we're all spirit in the long run. We all end up in the same place. And I know I can't imagine. But just hang on, okay? Because he wouldn't want anything to happen to you. All right? Her loved ones truly do want us to be okay. Okay. So I need to get back to what I was doing, because I'm gonna be here. I don't want to start channeling, because then I'll get behind on everything. Okay. So as far as your daughter is concerned, like I was trying to say, so we have to understand that our kids have their own blueprints, so they have their own life lessons, they have their own mistakes, they have their own things that they have to go through, just as we did. I know that I went through a time where I was not getting it together and I was not okay. And I think a lot of us have that, time in our own lives where we take a while to get it together, right? We're on our own path, okay? So, um we're not doing any more questions. We cut off questions at 10 questions. Oh, she can take one more question. I thought you said we had 10. We don't have 10? Poor Tammy. So that's one thing we have to remember, okay? Crime after crime. Is that we all come into our own at our own time after we're going through our lessons, because we choose our lessons before we come here. And um Tammy, are you okay back there? Okay, I see you like okay. I'm like, Tammy, are you all right? Sorry. So we all come into our own time and our own lessons with our own things. Like, you don't have the same path that she has. And a lot of the reasons why you're having a hard time together is sometimes it's the the relationship that we chose with them as well. So you have to remember that when we're on the other side, we think that we can handle it, and we're like, yes, we want these lessons, and there's a reason that we choose those lessons, but as a human, it's hard for us to understand them. Okay. So as far as her getting it together, she's going to get it together in her own time, and she's going to follow along in her own path. How old is she currently? I'm getting 25, so she's not 25. um I don't I don't know if that's like a specific age for something. Where did you go? Are you here? Crime after crime. Cuz I get a lot of like confusion in her life too about what she wants to do and who she is. Um do you know about any Where are you, crime after crime? How old is she? Yeah, I was gonna ask you, is she doing addictions? But how old is she? Because I'm getting like 25. So again, these are her lessons, okay? So there's nothing really you can do other than love her. Send love to her, like imagine pink around her at all times. Because if I feel like she's doing addictions, and as a mom, we always worry, right? But make them have we can't make them do things they don't want to do. Just like no one can make you do things you don't want to do. So the best thing you can do is pray for her, send pink for her, and hopefully she'll get it together. She has to want to get it together. So is there addictions involved? Because that's what I'm asking, that's what I'm getting. And again, is she under why am I getting 25? It's either she is 25 or it's a significant age for the future. So can you tell me how old she is? You guys only put your question once. One question one time. One time, one time. Please do not put your question more than once. You'll confuse Tammy and she's already wanting to pull her hair out in the back. Okay, dear Gabby, one time. You're good. We have your question. Okay, no more questions, guys. No more questions. Oh, she did? Okay. She told me not to ask. Okay, 22. All right. So there's a connection to 25. So maybe she'll get it together by age 25, but I'm getting 25 for a specific reason. Either she will or she won't, but there's something about the age 25 that's coming in. So she's young, she's trying to figure out who she is, and again, is there addictions involved? See what I did to my beautiful nails today? Isn't that great? Crime after crime. Are there addictions involved in this situation, in her situation? Okay. I was going to say crime because I'm seeing her in jail. So I don't know if she currently is in jail or that's something in the future. That's what I was going to ask you. Because I was getting jail. So I don't know if she's been in jail in the past or will. Now, again, it's going to be up to her. Like all you can do is really shoot, like I tell you guys, free will. So she has the free will, right? She's on these lessons. Her lessons are to go through this and come out of it or don't, come out of it or not. And so that's going to be on her. That's going to be on her, okay? Her free will. Her choosing right from wrong. All right? You can't make that happen. All you can do is send love to her, pray for her, do the best that you can. Know that this has nothing to do with you. This didn't have to do with anything of how you raised her or anything like that. This is just her struggles and her issues. Now, there is something, again, for the 25. Okay. So I don't really know what's going to happen at age 25, but it's coming in. Okay, that makes sense cuz she's probably stealing and stuff for her addictions. Um and until she makes the decision that she don't want to do this anymore, there's nothing really you can do. It has to be her choice. This is her life lessons, her things. As hard as that is as a mom, because we want to just kind of grab them and go force them to do something, we really can't. So I can't tell you for sure she's ever going to get it together. She's learning hard lessons right now, and there's a reference to 25. And I do see her in and out of jail. I wish that the jail systems had more help support systems, like made them go to rehab, made them get counseling, things like that, because I feel like wouldn't have the issues that we have in our, we wouldn't have all the maybe the reoffenders and things like that. Like there's a lot of mental health struggles. I feel like this stemmed from something maybe when she was younger, she got into the addictions, and then the addictions is into something else. And that doesn't even necessarily mean it has anything to do with you, just something in her life. Okay, I get like the age of 18 that there's something that happened with her. Her and a male. I don't really know what that is. Whether the male is the one that was getting her on the addictions or not. Does that make sense? And then it kind of went from there. And when somebody is under the thumb of addiction, it's really hard. And then you also get those sometimes the entities that help them stay on addictions. But addiction, I always say that people that choose addictions in their lessons are some of the strongest ones because it is one of the hardest things to overcome. And she has to make that choice to overcome it. So my suggestion is that you like her daughter. Are you asking if you should take her daughter into custody? I just want to make sure I understand. Are we past 10 questions, Tammy? You guys stop. No more questions. I can't. Will someone just ask another question? Are we good then? No more questions now, right? Okay, no more questions. No more questions. I'm not doing mediumship. That would take a mediumship. Anything that has to do with past or any of that, it's a mediumship. It's a 30, 40-minute reading. I can't do it. This is only intuitive guidance. Are you talking about her daughter, taking her daughter into custody? Okay. That's weird because I scrolled all the way to the top and can see him. How weird. You're welcome. I'm sorry. Yeah, that would just take a mediumship question, and it's just something that I not do mediumship because my readings are in depth and they take a long time, and I can only get to about 4 of them, and I just got too much to get through here tonight. I might do a mediumship night, but it will only be like 3. It's only gonna be like 3. But it's hard because I'm doing readings every day and I just don't have the energy. Crime after crime. Where'd you go? Are you talking about her daughter? Okay. So that makes sense. So it's kind of gotten her into addiction. So then this thing is she's going to have to crawl out of this on her own. This is her life's lessons and her struggles. And as you can, put pink around her as much as you can. Like imagine the pink around her as much as you can. Okay. Send her love. That's the best that you can do. Yes, you should definitely take her daughter if you can. Yes. No daughter should be around. I mean, no kid should be around this situation of someone that's got addictions like she does because she's unfortunately in a bad way but she's going to have to find her way out of that because again, you can't force her to go to rehab or get help unless she wants to. Okay? So the hardest part is allowing her to just live out her lessons and trying to get out of it herself. You can offer her help and be her support, but that's all you can really do. You know, you better book if you want to because we're in December, I think mid-December. So just FYI. You're good. You're good. Don't worry. You're worried. Don't worry. I didn't know what she was doing. I just know that she didn't want him repeated before. So now I'm confused. And she couldn't see the questions. I didn't know that. So yes, you should get custody. Yeah, no, you need to get custody of your granddaughter. That's what I was saying. Like, you don't want her in that situation anyways, because when people are using and stuff, you don't know what they're capable of. You need to get her out of that situation. Yes. Even if your daughter hates you for it, she doesn't know what's good for her right now. So put the granddaughter first. Okay? Did I answer everything? I'm averaging way less than 6 tonight. Dude, I thought I was going to drink. You ever think like you're drinking one thing and you drink another and you're just like, oh, I wasn't expecting that taste. All right. Good night, night. Are you talking about your granddaughter? If your granddaughter moves in with you, will it help? If your daughter moves in with you, I mean, again, you can't force her to do anything that she doesn't want to do. Are you talking about your granddaughter or your daughter? If it's your daughter putting her in with you, she's just going to continue using and doing things, and it might really be kind of crazy for you. Poor Tammy. Mercury retrograde, Tammy. We're going to blame it on the planets. We'll blame it on the planets. And my drink didn't even get as cold as I wanted because I dropped it. Stupid. Are you talking about your granddaughter in with you? I just want to make sure you're talking about your granddaughter or your daughter on this one. Evening. Yeah, we're gonna do our live on the 5th. It's actually an eclipse in Scorpio. No, like I said, she's only going to get help if she wants to get help. If you move her in with you and try, that's fine, but be prepared that things may go the other way. So if she's not ready for that step, if she's not ready for the help, anything that you do is not going to help her. You know what I mean? So you can bring her in there, but she might be stealing from you. She might be using in your house. She might be causing a lot of stress for you, which is what I feel. So if you feel like you can handle that, by all means, but she has to be ready. But if you want her to move in with you and she's okay with that, what spirit suggestion is have her agree to counseling and rehab. Like into a living, like you know how they have like the rehabs they can go stay in, either one of those or a regular rehab if she wants to move in with you. You can, but she's still going to have the addiction. That's the thing. She has to want help from the addiction. The friends are definitely an issue. They're definitely the problem. And we are who we hang with a lot of the time. So I agree with that. And that wouldn't be a bad decision. But if she has to agree to move in with you, like don't force her, because if you force her, then she's not ready and she's not making the decision on her own. It will help if she agrees to it. Okay. And you have to put your foot down and be like, okay, if you want to go with me, you want to move in with me, then you need to go to rehab. You need to get help. This and that. Okay. I'm hoping by age 25, I'm hoping they're telling me that she'll be okay by then. It's going to be a long uphill battle. I do have to warn you. Okay. There's going to be a couple of relapses, I feel like. But I feel like if you can get her into rehab and if you can be there and help her and send love around her, then she will be okay. It's just it's about getting through this. Because people can overcome addictions, but they have to want to really overcome them. Okay, she has to want it. Like Shannon says, she has to want it. Like you can't force it on her because it's just going to push her away. She has to want to do it herself, or again, it's not going to do any good. Make sense? I know, you guys. So I did that auto write and I didn't get it finished because I got overwhelmed and there was too much coming in at once. I couldn't like keep it in track, and I kept seeing an African American guy walk into a apartment building and just start shooting people. And it turns out that happened freaking today. And I was like, shoot, I did not release my auto write. So when I do release it, it's going to be on there. But I started writing on the 20th of April. I just didn't finish it. We're not taking any more questions, and they are 15 a question usually, but I'm trying not to make this a 3-4 hour live, so we're not doing any more questions. So if you cannot get your daughter to come with, please take your granddaughter at least. Okay. I hope that was helpful. It's one of those things they have to want it and make the decision. So keep me updated, please. You guys make sure that I love to hear updates. So if you have updates, I'd love to hear them. That's like we had somebody ask the other night if she was in a fight with her significant other, if it was going to be okay. She messaged me. She's like, oh, we're still not talking. Then today she messaged me back. I was like, oh, we're talking. Yay. So I love to hear things like that. I love to hear the validations. So, please message me with that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Shannon. Like, she needs to get custody of the granddaughter, worry about the granddaughter. And again, if her daughter wants to move in with her, then get an ultimatum of you have to go to rehab. You have to get help, rehab and counseling. Okay, are you ready for the next question? Dear Gabby, are you still here? I know you are. I just saw you. I know I had life purpose cards. Unless my dogs ate them. I think they did. It can, but she has to want it. So, if nothing else, get the granddaughter out of there. I think my dogs ate my life purpose cards. Darn it, I was gonna pull them for you and see, but I don't see them. I have to get some more. I mean, getting her away from her friends is a start, but she still will find the way to use if she doesn't want to get clean and she doesn't want to go to rehab. Change of environment is great, but you've gotta she's got to do rehab. That's it. She needs rehab and counseling. Okay, whatever happened at 18, she needs to deal with that as well. All right. All right. So life's purpose. I was gonna pull life purpose cards for you because sometimes I get a little stuck on that. But I know that spirit, they always repeat like your purpose is your passion. So we don't really have a purpose, so to speak. I mean, we do. Like, for instance, in my astrology chart, it's my purpose to do this. So, yes, I am supposed to be doing what I'm doing. So, we do have something we're supposed to do, but it goes along with our passion. So, it's about finding the things that you are passionate about, dear Gabby. So, I'm hearing like purpose is to help mankind or help humankind, which I think is a lot of our purposes because we are here not only to learn our own lessons, but to make differences in other people's lives and to bring light into the world. That is one of the biggest things for light workers, which I feel like in a way you are a light worker. I don't know. Does that make sense, dear Gabby? Can you please validate if I'm making sense here? So I think that goes along with your good night, your mom. If you're struggling, you can always message me. I'm always down to try to do what I can, But anyways. So you have to find what you're really passionate about and what you're really pulled towards. So I keep getting like your soul purpose has something to do with helping people, no matter what way that may be. And you don't necessarily have to do that in a job, like just by donating items to somewhere. Well, for instance, okay, so passions, the way that spirit describes passions are like, what are your likes? What are your dislikes? Like, what do you like to do? What do you really feel pulled towards? Do you really feel pulled to helping people, counseling people? And these are just options that spirit's giving me. Like, it's just not really necessary for you, but ideas. Like, I'm trying to explain to you how to find your passion, because I can't always get everything about somebody, especially when it comes to like soul purpose and life purpose, and like what they're supposed to be doing for their job. If sometimes I can get it, sometimes I can't. The biggest thing is that you're doing what makes you happy and you're following your heart. As long as you're following your heart, you're following your passion, you're following your life's purpose. Um well, like I always tell people, I didn't know that I was going to be a psychic medium until I was 30. I didn't know that I was going to be doing this till I was 30. So sometimes it takes a little bit and for something to happen for us to find our passion. But I really do feel like um um I'm trying to pull more in on you to see. I'm kind of tired, so that's not helping me at all. Um we're not doing any more questions, guys. Come on. No more questions. I can't be here all night. Seriously. Um Right. So you have to really find what you love, and spirit isn't really giving me what you love, because you have to, I feel like you have to find that within yourself. Um but I get a push like to help humanity. So whether that be volunteering for um but she already donated, so we got to do that one. No more questions though, guys. Seriously. Like I can't do it. I get past a certain point, I just can't. Um I feel like you need to find what makes your heart sing, what makes your soul happy. If that's helping people, like, I keep getting a reference to like you working for like volunteer groups, organization groups, things that help humanity. Um um I don't know if you like animals, like volunteering at shelters and things like that, but there's I get this like you're supposed to be helping humanity in that way. Does that make sense? Like you're supposed to be, I don't know if it's just volunteer or you actually get paid to it. Okay, so that's why I'm getting my nonprofit stuff. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing, but I feel like um cuz that's your pull towards humanity, right? So that's your soul purpose, cuz I feel I'm pulling that from you and I'm getting like that you need to work with organizations, nonprofits, things like that. Whatever, like for some reason I'm getting like Red Cross. um so I don't know if you would be interesting in the red interest, like there might be more organizations or nonprofits that you can work for. Okay, so this is why I'm picking this up about you. You think, some people think that we Some people think that we have this big life purpose. Like we're supposed to make like this huge change and we're not living our life purpose, but we're always where we're supposed to be. Okay, so you are living your soul purpose, or I wouldn't have picked that up. Putting out for humanity, helping humanity, working for nonprofits, working for organizations, things like that. It's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so whether you think it's your soul path or not, it is, or you wouldn't be doing it. You feel a pull to help humanity because that's your sole purpose, is to help humanity, even in little ways. It doesn't have to be some big way. We help in little ways. Okay. So we do what we can. Oh, you know what? I wanted to add you as admin. I'm gonna add you as admin in just a minute. I have to do it through my phone. Yeah. So give it some time. Give it some time. And you might even it can be rough. And helping humanity is rough. There's parts about my job that is rough. It's not all peaches and cream all the time. You have to take the good with the bad, but you wouldn't be where you're at if you're not meant to be there. Okay, so this is part of your passion. I get humanity, and I also, for some reason, get like pets and stuff, like shelters. So it could just be symbolic for you making an impact in that way. So that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's your sole purpose and your life purpose. Now, as far as something that is on the side, I feel like you could do things like that are creative on the side. You just have to find your creative niche. That might fulfill something that maybe something else doesn't. But this is your sole purpose. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked up on it. I would have gave you something else. And there you go. So there's you're answering your own questions. Whatever fills your heart, whatever makes you happy doing, which yours is helping humanity, yours is working for these nonprofits, helping people. I feel like helping people, doing whatever. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Creatively, there you go. Something on the side, creatively. Okay, so you've got that creative niche, fulfill that on the side, make things. You can even sell things, write things, whatever it is that you want to do creatively on the side, do that on the side, fulfill something else. But give this thing a chance, because I'm telling you, you are supposed to be working for humanity. That's why I got it. That's why I pulled it. Also, I know you have Dear Gabby on your thing. You write creatively. Have you ever considered starting a blog to help people, almost like a Dear Gabby, like your name? I don't know if you actually have that, but a blog is what's coming in for you to also help people, if you're interested in that as well. Okay. I gotta go. I'm gonna add Las Vegas Girl, as we talked earlier, and I need to add her as admin, or as what the heck is it called? Earlier, and I need to add her as admin. I have to do it from here. Moderator. Yeah, mod. You know what, Tammy? There's two different kinds of mods, and maybe the reason why you can't block people is because they don't have you as the right mod. Because when I pulled her up under it, hold on. Okay, you can put the next question up. I think we got that. See, you have a blog but never posted. Well, I'm getting a blog, so you need to post it. Get going, girl. Get going. Oh, there you were. I have you as a standard moderator. Hold on, let me I'm going to add you back. Hold on. Add as moderator. Now, I wonder if you can block people. I added you as a managing moderator. I need to add Lizzie as a managing one, and I think you could block any. Yeah. So I have to wait till she comes on alive to do it, but I think I didn't know there was 2 different kind of moderators, so I learned something new today. So, you're welcome. You're welcome, dear Gabby. Okay. Question is, will my daughter Stacy start talking to me soon? Okay, mom 2, 3 kitties, are you here? What I love about the Psychic Sleuth channel and the Psychic Sleuth community is that I notice we have a lot of great people. We're vibing with the tribe and we're all very supportive of each other. I really do have to thank you guys for that, because we want to make a safe place where people feel safe to talk, safe to be here, and just all around good vibe. So thank you guys for keeping it cool in the chat. We did have a couple of trolls, but we got rid of them fast. And you know, you guys are all great, and it's great to see you being so supportive of each other in the chat. It's really nice to see that. People don't understand what one little thing can do for someone for their whole day. You know, it just takes one kind word, one kind thought, one kind action, and it changes everybody. So I love it. All right. Let's see. Okay, so mom 2, 3 kitties. This kind of goes along kind of a similar thing with what I was saying earlier. All right. So they have their own past and their own blueprints as well. And sometimes we have that karma. I feel like you guys got some karma, but sometimes kids are ridiculous. Let's just be straight to the point. Kids can be ridiculous, especially when they get older and they think they know it all. No, we blocked a couple of people that said show me your belly button, so we blocked them talking about that. No one on here. I'm talking about in general being blocked, like with bad comments, because she can't block people that need to be blocked on the comments of the videos. We're not talking about tonight, Roxy. I'm talking about in general. She couldn't do that. So, it helps me because she would have to show me him, and then I'd have to go and block the person, and sometimes it's too much for me. So now hopefully she can do those capabilities. She's talking about when we have trolls or whatever, like they couldn't do it. And I needed them to, because now they can just do it. They know it needs to be blocked. So okay, we're not talking about in the chat at all. Talking about in general. All right. So back to you, mom 2, 3 kitty. Sorry about that. I needed to make that make sure people knew we weren't talking about right now. So if you, Aria, we'll try to get to you. Let me see how I feel when I get to your question. If I can't make it, then I'll just have you email me, but I should be able to. Okay. So anyways, back to your question, mom 2, 3 kitties. Yeah, because kids think they know everything, okay? And kids don't understand. All right. They have a lot of maturing and growing up to do. I feel like you guys kind of like butt heads. You're like this. So there's something in your astrology, also something in your past lives that are and karma that are doing this. Like it's like you don't really vibe. I think you're also like vibrating higher than she is. Like she's on a low vibrational level, so you guys wouldn't get along. I feel like she's got some maturing and growing up to do. And then I feel like maybe she will come around, but it probably won't be till later on in life. Let me tell you, I wasn't really close with my mom until I hit my 30s, 40s, really 40s, late 30s, early 40s. I'm in my early 40s now. It does, but I don't want to get too personal with things as far as flipping out. So flipping out could be a lot of different ways. I also feel like she might be bipolar. Okay. So have you had her do you know if she's been diagnosed with bipolar or has any other mental stuff? Because I also feel like that's an issue. But it's one of those things where she's not like mature and understanding, and she's not on your level. Okay. So when someone's bipolar, They can't really they don't think like you. They react without thinking, and so she probably needs to be on medication or something like that for her bipolarness. Um so yeah, she has to get her mental health taken care of and then you guys can come together. But again, that's just like an addiction, it has to be her choice. Okay? Unfortunately, it's really hard when we know people and love people that have mental health issues or addictions because it is their choice to get the help that they need. And I agree with Candace. Like once she gets that under control, I feel like you guys can come together. Okay, but that might be right why the vibration's off as well that I'm getting. Um yeah, but Tammy, okay, but it's different because you know, I'm just saying that sometimes people come together later in life, but your mom doesn't count. Sorry. Um you know what I mean. So, yeah, so she's probably more than likely quit her meds, okay? Or she's not being medicated, and so she needs meds and counseling, obviously. Um, and people with mental health sometimes don't want to realize that they have mental health. All you can do is kind of do what I told the other lady is put love around her, put pink around her constantly as you can, and send her love, and just allow to happen what's going to happen with your relationship. Don't push her because you'll push her away. Don't there'll be fights and stuff if you try to push too much. She's going to have to come to this on her own. And I feel like if she gets the help that she needs, then you guys will become closer. But a lot of it is having to do with her mental health because I'm pulling that bipolarness like majorly. And I don't know if maybe it's gotten worse as she's gotten older, but I feel like there needs to be a med change or a med shift or something like that. So you'll have to let me know how it goes, but she really needs, some either new meds or I feel like she needs counseling medication. Like that's how it comes up. And she feels a little selfish for some reason. Like she's not seems like she's all about her and maybe she doesn't have this like understanding. Like I still feel like she's like immature, but that might just be like the mental health issues cuz I was feeling she was way younger, not 40. So I was probably feeling her energy as younger cuz that's what I always tell people. People they always ask me like, "Well, what's the age?" Well, sometimes I can't tell you that just like in Idaho 4. Like sometimes people like BK looks older than he is, right? So sometimes they look older than they are. Sometimes they feel older than they are. Sometimes they feel younger than they are. So it's really hard to get an age sometimes unless I'm straight out told. But in this instance, she feels younger. Like her energy feels younger. Like maybe she might be 40, but she feels immature to me. But that might be because of her mental health issues. So I feel like she's got a lot going on. Maybe even a personality disorder is what I'm getting as well. So personality bipolar, like that's why. So yeah, she definitely needs med review, meds, something. Well, she's 40. She can't you can't make her do that. She has to do that on her own. So yeah, she does, Miss K, and I completely agree with that, but she's gonna have to, again, decide to do that because she's 40, so her mom can't make her do that. So, but if she does that, I feel like her and her mom will come close together. So this is a free will thing of her doing that, and then you guys can build your relationship back up. Just let her know that you're there for support and that you love her and that, send her love, like, imagine pink around her, and that's kind of the best that you can do. Okay? I hope that was helpful. Um Next, please. Hey, Roxy, I'm 41. So, Tammy's younger than me, all right? I have people always saying like everybody knew who Rick Allen was. FBI said it in the beginning. I'm like, really? I sure as hell didn't know that. Anybody of you guys know that? It's always men that make those comments. I don't contact FBI on cases. Well, thank you. So is this the next question? I know, Mom 2 3 Kitties. It's hard when it's our kids. I understand that, but we kind of have to let them live their lives. Like my son. It's not anyway in the same situation, but he wanted to go live with his dad. I let him go live with his dad. He realized it's not as great as he thought it was, and guess who wants to move to Arizona? So you kind of just have to let them figure things out on their own like we did. And sometimes they have more issues than we do. And that's just their life lessons. But we always had to figure it out. Oh, Boston Christian, you would be surprised how many men I come on here and say, "Oh, it was all over Reddit. FBI said they knew a long time ago." It's like, are you freaking serious? That's why everybody was so surprised when it happened because everybody knew. Yeah, I'm sure I knew. So dumb. Anyways, I get stupid idiots like that all the time. Okay. Clarina, are you here? I don't use face cream, Roxy. I had the name Richard and Allen like years before. That weird smell. I smelled something like old smell. Weird. You just kind of have to let it go. Like there's even times where me and my mom have really gotten into it and we just have to like not talk for a while and let things go. There's sometimes there is, where we get into arguments and then we come back together. Just give her space. She's going to have to make up. Oh, I smell like, like when like food's old, like, I don't know how to explain the smell that I smell. It's gone now. I don't freaking know what it would be, but it's like, I don't smell it now. you know, you know, sorry, sorry. You know, when like those old nuts. I'll be with you in a minute, Clarina. Okay, you know when nuts smell old, like peanuts. Okay, I'm laughing so hard because Tammy's. I can see Tammy cracking up in the picture. Oh my I can't. I can't. Okay. Oh no, it just smelled like an old smell. Oh, I hate when I get in these laughing fits because I like can't stop. All right. I gotta get to this question. Holy crap, I can't. I'm serious. It was like the weirdest smell. I've never smelled anything like that from a spirit before. No, it's not. Thank you for understanding my whole laughing fit. I have these probably once every life. And Angela's not here to say she's losing it, Tammy. She's losing it. Oh my god. Okay. Just see my dogs looking at me. I don't know what spirit would be coming and smelling like that. It's not helping because I see Tammy rolling. Tammy's rolling in the camera. Oh god. I can't. I'll just say a good thing I peed before I got on here. No, it's okay, Violet. It's like, what is wrong with you? Kinda, yeah, like, I don't know, like an old it's like an old smell. I don't wanna say like an old person. Oh my god. It's okay. It was weird, like, I don't know why that would like, usually the smell I'll get, like, with spirit sometimes, but what spirit would smell like old nuts? Unless someone's old loved one is gone. Like stale nuts, okay? Oh my god. Okay. I can't. All right, Clorinda. I'm so sorry. What question are we on, Tammy? I feel like tonight's taking forever. God, we're only on question 5. Lord help me. Maybe, yeah, I can, Shannon, because the last live someone said they were high and I felt high. Totally. So I can. Oh, okay. No, smoke and toke, girl. Smoke and toke. All right, I gotta, but it's good. When we do that, we raise the vibration, right? Laughter is some of the best medicine. It raises the vibration, so we needed to raise the vibration. Apparently, I don't know why. I don't know who would send me that smell, but I don't know. It might be one of you in the chat. I don't. I don't know. Somebody got some old stale nuts lying around. They need to get rid of. I don't know. Okay. All right. So I got to get back to this health question. Okay, Clorinda, are you still here or did I lose you? Oh my god, no, no, no. That's what I said. Oh, Sly, you're gonna have to rewind it and watch because maybe it'll make your baby pop out. You'll have to rewind it and watch, Cola, because maybe your baby will just come out tonight if you go back and laugh with us. The baby will slide right out. Okay. That's one thing you can always get here at the Psychic Sleuth Live is about 20 minutes of laughter. Okay. can't do. All right. I gotta breathe. Hold on. I can't stop laughing. All right. It wasn't helpful because Tammy was cracking up in the background. So I was seeing her and then I was laughing and then I was watching her laugh and it was just, yeah. All right. So can you put her question back up? I know it's a health question, but I lost it. You guys, look what I did to my hands today. my poor my poor nails. Okay, so assist with your health issues, please. So I keep getting like, do you have like an autoimmune or something like that? Because they're showing me blood with you, so I don't know if it's to get your blood checked, but sometimes I get blood with like autoimmune things like that. I don't know why. Like I have specific things for. Oh, first I have to say I'm not a medical doctor. I don't diagnose. Make sure you check with your regular doctor. Okay, don't just go there and be like, a psychic told me. Don't do that. Just, you can ask for things that come in. So genetic disease, is that something that is like autoimmune? Is it similar to it? Because it would make sense with the blood and the DNA, right? Okay. But because it's a genetic disease, right? It comes from the DNA, which is in the blood. So that's why that's coming in that way. Am I making sense? Okay. All right. So that makes sense. So I don't know if it would help, but I actually posted a video. Spirits reminding me of the video I posted about helping heal autoimmune diseases. It's on my community page. For some reason, I'm getting vitamin D with you, vitamin D with you, K2, and and I also hear like there's gonna be a new, check out that video. Also, I think you can type in YouTube like help with autoimmune or something like that. But there's a doctor that talks about that there's certain ways to cure your autoimmune disease because it has a lot to do with like we're low in certain vitamins. Do you also do keto or no? Because I just learned this, and so Spirit will remind me what I learned. Like keto with I know that some people do like the fasting with it. So I'm getting kind of that, but I'm also for some reason getting greens with you. So I don't know what's in the greens, if it's iron or A or what, but like I see like greens that you boil. Okay. I think the keto would really help you. I would watch that video though for reference because he knows what he's talking about, I guess. So it's hard with the genetic disorder, but I do feel like I'm wondering if there's going to be a new. Okay, maybe that's why I'm getting like you can't eat greens. So I'm wondering if you need to get those vitamins from the greens in a different way. Does that make sense? I mean, I could be getting that because you can't eat them. They're just showing me. But I'm wondering if whatever vitamin is in those greens, if you can get the vitamins in them. Like I don't know what's in them, if it's iron, vitamin A, things like that. So take the vitamins that you would normally get in greens for some reason. That's the way that I'm perceiving it. And then also I'm getting that there might be a new medication. I hear trial, so I don't know if there's a trial that's going to be coming up, or you're going to come across a trial of a medication. So do you get like pain and stiffness with this? Is this something that also might have to do with your bones? And do you get really, really tired? Because it's almost like you have to kind of treat the symptoms. I'm also feeling like energy healing would be really good for you. And you can also energy heal yourself. So you can imagine the green light wash over you. You can also do meditations that are healing, and you can see an energy healer. I actually hear acupuncture might work really well for you too. That's the first time I've ever gotten that. So your B1 vitamins would be really good because that has to do with the nervous system. So they're telling me B1 and B12, but B1 specifically because that has to do with your nervous system. Okay, so maybe that's why I'm picking it up. But have you ever tried the acupuncture? I think the Reiki would be really good. Yeah. But see, whenever I get energy healing, I see it as colors because I heal with colors. I can't memorize the Reiki symbols, so I heal with colors. Yeah, I think we got vitamin D in the beginning. Okay. Ow! Stop, Cheyenne. What the hell? So it may be you did what, but it didn't work? What didn't work for you? Because it might be the healer. Because it shouldn't make you worse. It shouldn't make you worse. But you can imagine the green around you and each of the parts that hurt. You can do that every day. You can call Archangel Raphael to come in and help. But this I'm connecting this to your past life. Oh, it made you worse, acupuncture? I wonder if you went to the right person. Because they're giving me that. I could be getting it because you did it. But sometimes you have to try things more than once for them to have an effect. Does that make sense? Of course, clear it with your doctor and all of that jazz. But it's like I get that with the energy healing in tandem with each other for some reason. I don't even know if that's even possible. I was just gonna say Chinese medicine. Gosh, I'm in your mind, dude. And yeah, I believe vitamin C would be really good too because we don't realize when we're tired we're actually low on vitamin C. So vitamin C would be really good. So yeah, I was gonna ask you about ancient Chinese medicine if you've tried that. That was so interesting you said that because I was getting that. Um it feels like some of this is past life. Um yeah, but it's her autoimmune disease that's making her tired. Okay. So all those things. B1 though, I feel like you really need B1 for sure. And I would find out what kind of vitamins are in greens since you can't have the greens and see if you can take that. I feel like you've got some stuck energy from past lives that's kind of not helpful with this. Do you know if it does anything with your white blood cells? Yeah. I would just yeah, it does. So, the best thing we can do is try to treat the symptoms because I don't know if there's really a cure for this to say per se, but there is a lot of new advancements that are coming in. So, do you also take turmeric? Okay, so your white blood cells, because I'm getting white blood cells with you, so that just is a way because your body's fighting itself, right? Um, it's almost like sometimes I can't tell the difference when they show me cancer and autoimmune because they're very similar when they show me the blood. Um, but I don't know if there's something that you need to come to the States for, or you could contact someone here. There is some kind of trial or something that is coming in. Um, Okay, so you can't even take the pill form of it then? I was just thinking for your anti-inflammatory, but cherries, can you do cherries? Because cherries are good for anti-inflammatory as well. Because that might be why I'm getting the turmeric, because I'm getting inflammatory. So if you can't do turmeric, cherries are really good, but it has to be like the cherry juice, like the pure cherry juice. That's really good for anti-inflammatory if you can take it. I agree with the magnesium if you can take that as well. You can't do the cherry juice? I know you're saying turmeric does, but can you do cherry juice too, or does that make you sick as well? I feel like there's a lot of stuck energy. It's kind of weird. It's like I feel like you need to find a really good heal. Well, this wouldn't have fructose in it. So she already knows what she has, Lindsay. It's an she knows her autoimmune. It's a genetic autoimmune disease. So, the cherry juice that I'm talking about is pure cherry juice. There's no fructose in it. Dark cherry juice, yes. There's no high fructose in it. It's pure juice. So, if you can get the pure cherry juice, also if you can do the mushroom complex, that's really good. I get that for a lot of people because that helps with inflammation and things like that. So, these are just things for you to try and see if they help make you feel better. Like the turkey tail mushroom, like they have a whole complex. They have it in there. You can get coffee from places, but like mushroom coffee, but you can also get it like in the pill form. See if you can take that. If you can't do the coffee, maybe the pill form, but it has like a bunch of the like turkey tail mushroom and all the different mushrooms. They're noticing that it's healing cancer, and especially the turkey tail mushroom. As so if it heals cancer, more than likely it does really good with autoimmune disease. So that would be something that I would take as well. Yeah, check into because the cherry juice is really good for inflammation and pain. I take it with the when I have fibro. It's really expensive though, but you got to get the pure. It doesn't have any of the crap in it, okay? So you should be able to do that. But I feel like you need I don't know if this energy healer is working for you or not, but um it if it doesn't seem to be helping, I feel like they need yes, there's a mushroom complex on you can get on Amazon or anywhere, but it has like turkey tail mushrooms specifically, but then it has like 4 different mushrooms in it. They're finding that it's good for autoimmune disease, cancers, things like that. Like it's literally healing people's cancers. So I think that this is kind of similar to cancer in the way that it affects the blood and the white blood cells and all of that. Not that it is cancer, it's similar. Especially it's similar to the way that they're showing me as well. Yeah. So he I feel like this healer needs to know to push this old energy out. She should know that anyways, but I feel like you've got a lot of stuck energy in your body for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Yeah. So there's like a it's like a you can research all this. Make sure that you research all this so that, you research it. Make sure that it'll work, it might help you. But we're like trying to treat because I don't know that there's a cure for this. Okay. So that makes sense why I'm getting it because it's very similar the way that I get cancer, but I know it's not cancer. You know what I mean? So the way that I'm receiving the information about it, it's very similar to it, and I feel like it needs to be treated similar. If that makes sense. Like I would tell anybody with cancer for this whole thing. There's also like a hydrotherapy. I don't know if it's like a hydro chamber or I don't know what it is. I've never seen it before. But it's like this chamber and there's like I don't know. I don't know what this is. It's like I'm seeing like a chamber, but it's like a hydro chamber or something like that. Hydra chamber, hydro chamber. I don't know. I don't know if that's even a thing. So you need a good healer to push that energy through. I also feel like doing meditations that you can work with your chakras, because remember that our chakras are also energy centers. Okay? Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, like a high air chamber. Yeah. I'm getting that. But I'm getting like hyperbaric chamber. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. That's kind of what it is. Oops, shoot. So I would check into that as well. So I feel like it needs to be treated kind of in a similar way, if that makes sense. I also, I mean, I do think honestly cannabis would be helpful for you as well. If you're allowed to do it, if you can do it, I think it would be something that, and CBD, I'm all for that. That is a healing plant and I'm all for it. And yes, so it's very similar, so I think it needs to be treated very similar. But I feel like you need to get this like a healer to like push it out. I don't know. I'm thinking Native American healer. If you can come across one, a shaman or someone like that, that might help you as well. Yeah, CBD oil is really good. The cannabis stuff, like even with THC, that would help you. With and without THC is really good. I don't know what you're allowed in Australia, so I'm not really sure. I don't know. Do you guys have shamans out there? I know you've been doing Chinese and stuff like that, but I'm getting Native American for some reason. I feel like they'll see more of the stuck energy to help you move it through. Okay. So I think that's basically what I'm getting. But I think there might be eventually some kind of medicine that'll help you, but I feel around, yeah, okay. So yeah, Aboriginally or whatever you would consider a shaman over there that you can get to. Okay, there's some kind of something that I'm getting about that being able to be helpful for you. But I don't know if the healer you've got, not saying she's not good or anything, but you need one that knows how to move that stuck energy out of your body. Yeah. No cannibals there. Sorry. No, I know you guys aren't allowed. That's why I think like Australia you're not allowed to, but CBD that it kind of runs along the same line. One's without THC, one's with it, but CBD will work good for you. Yeah. And then you'll have to update me and let me know how things go. Let me know if it makes you feel better or if any of that stuff helps. That was kind of a lot, I know. So when you said no cannibals here, I just imagined cannibals. Libby, what are you doing? Libby's trying to climb up my thing, my wolf, to get something, I'm sure. Stop. Gidget, go. Lay down. Okay. No, that's not true. It's not because we didn't get the life before. It's just we figured we want to learn more lessons and stuff like that. We want to experience a lot. So It doesn't mean that we didn't get it right before. All right. Hope that's helpful. Next question. I feel like my questions are taking forever. Arlene, are you still here? I want to know if I'm going on the right path to be successful in the future, me and my daughters. You're welcome. Yep, go write down the whole list. It's going to be like this long. But hopefully it'll help. I would research everything first, though, okay? Cover my bases. Arlene Gonzalez, are you here? Is this like question 6, Tammy? Why am I'm going so slow tonight? Dude, I'm going so slow. It's still going to be a 3-hour live. With good thing we didn't do 20 questions. Holy crap. Arlene. Okay. So your question is, I want to know if I'm going down the right path to be successful for the future of me and my daughters. So, Arlene, we are always where we are meant to be. Okay, whether it's a part of learning or growing or whatever. As long as you're trying and you're on your path and you're doing well and your intention is good, then we're always going down the right path. Because everything is about intention. I don't think people realize, but it's what our intention is with it. I feel like at some point there's going to be and because the fact that you do want to do best for your daughters and whatnot, that is also going to help manifest things into your life, because you're doing it for you and your family, and you're a strong independent woman. Now there's going to come, I've been getting this a lot with people. I don't know if a lot of people are changing like directions, or are changing jobs, or what they do with their jobs, or what, but I'm getting a lot of forks in the road this year for people with their readings. But I keep seeing like you're good for now, but you're going to give me that. Keep things out of your mouth. Sorry about that. I feel like you're going to come to kind of a fork in the road where there's going to be an opportunity that crosses your path that's going to be a little bit better. I feel like the pay might be a little bit better. And it might possibly be even more like a supervised manager, or some sort of like you're like more in control kind of position. Please take that opportunity. I mean, it's your choice, but I feel like the opportunities knock for a reason, and they come around because they're supposed to come around. So I don't know. Is any of this making sense to you, Arlene? Sometimes I feel like I just ramble on. Bye, Clarinda. I'm probably saying your name wrong, and I do apologize. Okay. So this makes sense to you, what I'm saying? I don't know exactly. I'm trying. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes I can see what you guys do, and sometimes I can't. And sometimes it comes a little bit later as I'm still channeling. But I keep getting like business with you for some reason. So I don't know if you work for a business, if you're trying to start your own business, or exactly what that is. But I keep getting business for you. But they're giving me a thumbs up with it being the right path. And we just remember that anything's meant for you is not going to pass you by. So just keep going with it. I feel like you're strong, independent woman. I get that really strong vibe from you. You're a good mom, and you're trying really hard, and you have tried really hard, and I feel like you're in the right direction. You're going the right direction, and something's going to cross your path that's even better for you. And that might have to do with manifesting. So I don't know if you manifest or you think about what you want, but I'm getting like there's going to be like a manifestation of a dream or a goal that you want to achieve that's going to come to fruition. See, this is your guides talking, because I don't talk like this. You guys ever hear me talk like this? No. I never use that word fruition. I can't even pronounce it. Violet, quit playing. Hey, freaking crazy dogs. Good evening. This makes sense for you? We're not doing any more questions tonight, Amethyst. Sorry. Okay. So are you in schooling? There I keep getting like I said, like a business. You'll get there. You're in school for a reason. It'll come. And that opportunity I'm getting might just be a job that comes up after you're done with your schooling. That might be why I'm getting it. So it's all in as we perceive it. You guys need to chill out. Freaking great. My dogs are starting to get antsy. I don't know. I kind of just I do it as I just do it as I can. As I have the time and energy, So I just post and do what I can. But we've already been on here like 2 hours, 3 hours, and only got freaking not very far. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you're gonna do well. I think you're gonna finish your school because I feel like you're really motivated to do that. And I keep getting the job, and that might be the path or the opportunity that comes up after you graduate. That's why I'm getting like a stop and then like a branch or a takeoff into another direction because you're gonna finish that school, and then there's gonna be an opportunity that comes up, and you're gonna be able to take it. And I think it'll be really good with you. And I don't know where the business is coming in, if it's going to be for business or has something to do with you, like. I feel like eventually you're gonna be a big boss. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but or a manager or a supervisor or something of that nature at some point or another. Thank you, Amethyst. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just like out of time tonight. So keep manifesting, but yeah, you're gonna finish you're gonna finish your schooling and everything's gonna be great. I'm just getting the job that you're gonna get, I think. Are you gonna be done with school by next year? I'm not even done. I'm not even like halfway through my questions. I don't know what the heck's going on. By December, okay. So you'll be done by December because I'm getting next year as like being highlighted for you for this new endeavor, new dream, whatever that's coming in. But where does the business come in? What are you doing for school? Hey, Lizzie. Oh, we can add Lizzie. We can change Lizzie's thing. Okay. So I was gonna say nursing. Fuck. Yeah, I was getting nursing with you, but I'm just wondering if eventually you're gonna like run your own, like, I don't know if it's traveling nursing or there's something where eventually you get like big boss. Like I was getting nursing with you, man. I should have freaking said that. Ugh. I get nursing with a lot of people, and I like when I get the same stuff with people, I don't want to say it because I'm like crap. Yeah, I was getting that with you. I was getting my person walking around in white for nursing, but I feel like big boss with you. So I don't know if eventually you're gonna be like one of the main nurses or you're gonna be like in charge or. Dang it. Um yeah. So I think you're gonna let's see. I'm getting like, yeah, I know. I was wondering about the traveling nurse because I keep getting this like boss energy with her. So I don't know if that means she's gonna be like in charge or a supervisor or something like that eventually. But I also get there's a reference to also like a hospital. So I feel like maybe she'll start in a hospital first or something. Um Aw, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. You're so kind. The things that you guys say. You guys really make my day. I just want you to know that. Oh wait. There we go. Yeah, I feel like she's gonna change. Like it's weird. Like it's I can't explain this. Like she's starting off as one thing, but she moves on to another, or she does both. Like I feel like she's multitasking in what she does. She still makes time for her kids, but it's like I'm getting the starting of like in a hospital, and then I get something else where like she's I don't know, an RN, a charge or something like that. Or she's in charge of something. But then at the same time I see her off alone. So I don't know if it's like a traveling nurse or if it's like um in-home nurse or something of that sort, or if she does both. But I keep getting that vibe around her. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Arlene. But I get like by April of next year, you're gonna be really busy with work. The heck, Violet. My dogs eat the stupid rabbit's hay, and then okay, so that makes sense like with what you want to do, right? I totally was getting nerves with you, man, and I didn't want to say it, but I was getting business too. So somehow there's business involved. I don't really know what that means, but hopefully it resonates for you eventually. You'll have to update me and let me know how everything goes. But you've got a really good energy about you. You're a healer. I get the green around you. Um And so you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're on your right path, and it's going to be a great thing for your daughters. I mean, you might have long hours, you might have to work a lot, but um you're making a life for you guys. Did you come from kind of a tough situation prior to this with the dad of and I if I'm getting too personal, just let me know. Um yeah, it could be a starting a health home business definitely down the line. Definitely. That's kind of what I was kind of feeling like I get like boss energy with her. um So I don't know. Don't have to answer. It's just I feel like you've come a long way, and I feel like there was maybe a tough situation with the kid's father in the past, and that you've grown and you are um you've healed and you've grown and you're kind of past that, and now you're this independent woman and you're just being a single mom and focusing on your career. And I really honestly have to say that I love your energy, and you've got like I said, you're just a healer. But yeah, that's what I thought. But you know, you've gotten over that, you've gotten stronger, and yeah, I think you might run a health like eventually be your own boss in some way, shape, or form. That's coming in like business with you. So all right. I hope that was helpful. Um, you're welcome. You've come a long way. You're gonna go far. Just please update me. I love to hear updates. Lizzie, so we figured out that there's two kinds of moderators. I took you off of the standard and added you as the like main moderator, like you and the other ones you're the gonna try the other moderator so that you can block people on the comments, not here, but you know, when we have bad comments. So I was waiting for you to come in so we could do that. Yep, keep me updated. You're on your way, girl. That's all I gotta say. You're on your way. Okay, next. You're freaking taking so long. Oh, why I do that? Like, sometimes I question when I'm getting stuff because I get it so much. Like nurse, I get nurse all the time. I have so many nurses come to me. But I still get that business side of you. Somehow you're going to make it into a business. And that might be way down on the line. That's not going to be right away. But I feel like eventually that's going to be something that you're going to get into. Like you're going to want to work for yourself and do your own thing. And you might start a home healthcare business. Truly, that's what it feels like. Yeah, and CBD has edibles too, right? I know, but the reason I question is because I get a lot of nursing and like I don't know. Sometimes I can't tell the difference of my mind and whatnot, but especially with it being me being so tired. But I was getting more business with her, so I feel like eventually she'll be like a businesswoman with it, if that makes sense. But she's definitely a healer. Okay, Tammy, next question. She thought she did it, but she didn't. Oh, yes. We only have 3 more to go because we added extra. Good night, dear Gabby. Get that blog going. Quit procrastinating. That's from your guides, okay? I dream about water I've had 3 times. Should I act on it and store water? Says the numbers showing up everywhere. Okay, so Boston Christian, are you here? I know I saw you somewhere. Okay. So when it comes to angel numbers, that is how our angels and guides speak to us and sometimes loved ones. So I always tell people to look up Joanne Sacred. I cannot remember what 4s mean. I don't know all the numbers, unfortunately. Like I haven't memorized them. So Joanne Sacred angel numbers, if you look her up, she will tell you what these mean and what your message is for. As far as the water, what do you mean about the dream of water? Like what kind of dream is it? Like you're in water, you're afraid of water, you're storing water. I know you're saying and store the water, but I just want to make sure I'm understanding. Aw, Miss K, how cute. You got a new doggo. I love that. I mean, if you feel like this is really your ex telling you this, there's not going to be anything wrong with storing water. I mean, we're all going to need water one day. We might run out one day. That's very possible. I mean, I would do it. If you're getting that information in a dream, I would do it. As far as the other stuff that you were asking, the numbers, look up Joanne Sacred. I can't remember what 4 means right now. But if you feel that's a message from him or your ex that's deceased, then just go ahead and do it. I mean, there's not going to hurt you to store water if you have the place to do it and you can do it. I mean, you'll probably be more prepared than all of us will be. Because we see what's happening with the world. So, you know. Yeah. So anytime that you have a peaceful dream and you remember it, then it's real, it's legit. So when it feels real and it feels peaceful, then it's really our loved ones. So, you know, hey, if he's telling you to store water, then do it. That's, it's always good to follow spirit, especially when you get dreams like that. And yeah, just look up the angel Joanne Sacred angel numbers. You're welcome. All right. I think that's all I can get on that. I don't know. That is true. Tammy, is that why? Because I changed your moderator, like you couldn't see half the chat? Is that why you think it did it before? Yeah. Sorry. I messed it up then. Okay, so after Boston. Next question. I'm curious if you guys can block people on comments now. You have to go find a bad comment, block them. I just did on the Delphi, but I muted because I only saw it in the studio. The one that said, "Oh, if you really knew who unalived Abby and Libby, then you would have contacted the FBI and told them." I don't know. Like when I get the information, I don't know where it goes. I'm talking about on regular comments though, not like in the chat. Yeah, I know you've been waiting for that button. That's why I'm saying. That way I don't have to do it. Yeah, Shannon. So, it's kind of the similar answer as the last one. Those are angel numbers or guide numbers. Our loved ones can communicate that way as well. It's also, when we see a lot of numbers like that, it's an awakening. So you're more than likely awakening and coming into your spiritual self. But Joanne's sacred angel numbers, you can find the meaning of every single one of those to see what the meanings is. I know 333 is ascended masters. It's an ascended masters number. 3 is and 333. So, and I believe 444 is angels, if I'm remembering right. But yeah, 1111 is always an awakening number. And so I feel like you're coming into your spiritual path, you're awakening, and that's why you're seeing it. I see specific numbers too, but I see a lot of my birth date and birth time. But it is the way that they do communicate with us. And yeah, it is a sign that they do send. So you just have to kind of look up Joanne Sacred is what it's called. Joanne. I hope I'm. It should pop up in Google's. It should pop up in Google. I put that right there. So Shannon, did you hear that? Are you hearing me? I know I just saw you in the comments, so I know you're here somewhere. Where are you at, Shannon? Shannon Chadwick, are you still here? I know, that's what I'm saying. I seen her here, unless she passed out, which I don't blame her. But I answered her question anyways. I don't know if that's all she needed. Like if it if she's understanding, because I feel like she's going through an awakening, or she's coming into her spiritual path, and that's when you start seeing repeating numbers. Yeah, I don't know. So, all right, next. I answered it. So, Dog Mama, are you still here? Awakening is like coming into your spiritual self, like a spiritual awakening. Like, I had my spiritual awakening when my husband passed away and I became a psychic medium. We don't always become psychic mediums, but we start a spiritual path. That's what an awakening is. And we start being more open to things, so that's why we notice the numbers and whatnot. My dog recently passed away. I left him, and I am left with the guilt. I put him down too soon. I just want to know if he's okay and knows I love him. So, our dogs, our loved ones, you know, all spirit on the other side always knows what our thoughts are. They always know our intentions. They always can hear us. So yes, he knows that you love him. He knows that you're okay. I always tell people, or spirit always tells people through me, that when you put a dog to sleep, it is your last act of love, so that they're not suffering anymore, because sometimes they don't want to leave on their own. There is no blame or guilt on the other side. They do understand it when they get there. So your dog is absolutely fine. Do you have, I don't know if it's this dog, but I'm getting like a Dotson or something that look like, I get like the floppy ears and he's brown. And it kind of reminds me of like a Dotson. I don't know if that's this dog or if you have one on the other side. Um But whenever we have to do that, it is heartbreaking and it is hard, but it always it is necessary, and they are okay with it. So you can let go of that guilt, you can release that guilt, because there is no blame or any of that on the other side. They know it, like, it's hard for them to leave us. So sometimes we have to, so that they're not suffering. And again, last act of love. You did it because you loved them, and they know that. Makes sense, Dog Mama. Can you validate if you know, like, have a Dotson? I keep getting a floppy ear. Reminds me of a Dotson. I don't know if it is, but I like floppy eared brown dog over there. Um, and did it look like, as I'm describing, was it a Dotson, or I call a wiener dog or something similar like that? It's got like a pointier nose and floppy ears, and it's like a dark brown. Like I always also tell people is that, okay, do you have a Dotson on the other side? Not talking about the dog now. I just need to know if you have a dog like that on the other side, because that's who I'm seeing. And I don't know why I'm seeing that dog on the other side. So I just want to make sure, like, it doesn't have to be this dog, but it was hard for him. It was hard for him to leave you. So, I mean, you did the right thing. You did what you had to. Okay. It might be a future dog. I don't know. Like, I always tell people I get things for a reason, and I'm seeing a dog like that. So I don't even know if that's your type of dog, but there might be one that crosses your path that looks like that. But they're showing me a dog like that now, and that might even be a reincarnate. He might even be him reincarnated. But like, I may be seeing his true self. Um so it is always so hard. But we are all just spirit. That includes animals. So we're just having a human experience, and then they come and have that human experience with us as animals, as dogs or cats or whatever it may be. So we all go to the other side. We are a spirit, and unfortunately dogs don't live forever, just like people don't live forever on this earth. In spirit, yes we do, because spirit does not die. So it's really hard, and you have to do this in your own timing, okay? But our dogs always want us to save another dog or give another dog a home if it's possible, because not only does it aid in the healing process, but they always want us to give that love to somebody else. So when it's time, they love for us to do that. It's like done in their memory, like give another dog a home, love another dog the way that you loved me. Like that's the way it comes across. So I am, and it does help with the healing process. I feel like if you come across a Dotson the way that I'm describing him, you need to get him, because I feel like it could be him reincarnated. And also, remember, we pick the animals that we're supposed to have before we have them. So we pick them on the other side. Okay. So if you're meant to have another dog, not necessarily him reincarnated, you will. All right. They cross our paths and we have that connection with them. So I would keep an eye out for the dog I'm describing, because I'm seeing him for a reason. All right. But know that your dog is okay on the other side. There is no blame, is no guilt, and he understands and knows. And again, last act of love. So yeah, like I said, take your time. Take your time. It's not a rush. I took a year to get a new conure. And sometimes I've gotten dogs right away because it helped me, or there was a sign or something like that. But just when the time comes and you feel the pull, just see. I mean, I don't know why I'm getting that specific dog, but if you've never had one on the other side, they are showing me him for a reason, him or her for a reason. Okay, I keep wanting to say him, but I understand. Trust me, I know. I've had some losses like that, and I've had a lot of guilt because of certain things, and it is hard to get over. But they do know, you know, he wasn't going to get better. So there was nothing more you can do. Well, you weren't going to let him suffer, right? So because you loved him, you let him go, and that just happens. So, it takes a while. We have to come to it in our own time. Like I said, sometimes I've gotten dogs right away after one's passed away. It's helped. Sometimes I waited a year because losing my bird was really tough. So I waited a whole year, and I kind of was like deciding, did I want another one? Didn't I? And then it just happened. So just keep it in mind. Let me know. I'm seeing the rainbow again, like I did earlier with the rainbow chimes. So I don't know if you've gotten rainbow chimes, or you've gotten something that's like Rainbow Bridge significant. But that's coming in as well. Also, do you have the collar and tags or collar? Do you have that hanging somewhere? No more questions. Okay. Yes, you do to the rainbows, yes to the rainbow stuff, or yes to the collar? I know I got to do something. We're going to do something for members. Okay. Cuz he's showing me the dog collar hanging. It didn't have tags on it, or a tag with like his name or something on it. Okay. So he's just validating that he's okay. All right. He knows how much you love him. You can talk to him. He can hear you. He knows. Actually, if he's just, I see him sitting by you on the couch. I don't know if you're currently sitting on the couch or if it's just when you're sitting on the couch, but he shows me he's like sitting there, sitting up, and he's like, he's showing me that because I see this big old fluffy dog and he's just kind of sitting there next to you. So I don't know if you're sitting on the couch currently, or if this is just when you sit on the couch, if he did this when you used to sit on the couch and watch TV, but he's just like sitting there. So like I see him just sticking his tongue out with a big old fluffy dog like sitting right next to you on the couch. So, and I also see him curled up at the bottom of your bed. So I don't know if he used to sleep on the bottom of your bed, but and you will do that in your own time, and that's okay. Okay, you'll do that in your own time. That's okay. We all grieve, we all grieve. But did he come and just like used to sit with you like on the couch? I don't know. We all grieve our own way and we all bring, I do readings on pets on the other side, so when you're ready. But you're welcome so much. And also I get the number 12. So I don't know if it's the 12th December or 12 years or 12 days. I know that we said the 12 seems to be significant for some reason. Okay. There you go. There's your validation. That's something I couldn't know. Okay. A lot of people might say the other stuff I could guess, but that you cannot know. So that's actually really good for a dog his size. You did the best that you could. You loved him. He knows that. You gave him a good life. He tells me I had a lot of love. I had a lot of cuddles. I was spoiled. He talks about him being the king of the house. He literally shows me he's got a crown on his head like he's the king. Like I'm the king. I run this household kind of energy. And he says that you guys, there was a connection. There's a soulmate connection with you two, and that's why it's so hard. All right. And he will always be with you in one way or another until you see him again. Like he's always in your heart and your mind. But for some reason, I keep seeing this darn Dotson. So some way, some shape, somehow, this Dotson's going to cross your mind, cross your path in the right time. Okay, when you're ready. It won't happen before you're ready. It'll happen when you're ready. So, was that like his personality? Because he talking about him being like the king. And I don't know if you like made special food for him because I get like shredded chicken and stuff like that, special food. And I also see you loving on him. Were you there when this happened? When you had to let him go? Because I see you petting him and tell him that you love him with tears, and he shows me that like you were there for him. And I also see you holding his paw. So let me know if any of that makes sense. I love giving pet readings. I love giving because they are so easy to communicate with. It's just crazy. It's easy. It's crazy how easy they come in and how good they are. Let me know if that fits, dog mama. I feed my dog from a package too, you know. Yeah, so he has that. Yeah, so I just got chills with that. So he just wants you to know that he knew you were there and he was aware, and so he wants you to know. That's another validation for you, okay? So I hope this was helpful and that it's helped you like maybe start the process of your healing. Hopefully. So sending you lots of love. I know how hard it is to lose a pet. I think it's harder than a human sometimes because we're always there. Okay, are we ready, Tammy, for the next one? Ara, is this my last one? Okay. Ara, are you here? R.D., did you stick around? Because I know I said I'd try to get to her question. I wasn't sure, but let's just do it. Oh, that wasn't Shannon's question, Tammy. All right, well, can you ask your question again? Because we don't know what it is. And I don't know where you were. We were calling you and you weren't coming. So I'll answer yours after Ara. If you can just ask your question so I know what it was. So, Ara, I'm going to be straight up with you. if you have questions about a relationship, then you kind of have to realize, is the connection there? Is the love there? Do I feel it this way? Okay. If we're feeling like it's time to go, then it probably is. So why are you having questions about this relationship? Like, I feel like there's a lot of I don't know. It just feels like you don't feel that. I don't know if it's you're not into him that much, or you don't feel he's into you, or there's something that's are you here? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your names. I'm sorry if I ever butcher anybody's names. I'm not good at names. What are you doing? Right. Like I said, like that's what I'm trying to think. Like it feels like there's something missing, I guess. So when it's the one, there is no that there's something missing, and there is no the questions kind of thing. So I can't tell you, relationships are based on free will. You guys are in each other's lives for a reason. You're in a learning relationship, but it'll um so like I said, you're in a learning relationship, you're learning and stuff like that, and you're with each other for a reason. But honestly, if someone's lying to you and making you feel like you're not happy, we always have to be in relationships that are for our highest good. If you're not in a relationship that's for your highest good and you don't feel happy with this person, and there's lies and deceit and other things that are going on, then it's usually not the best. Run away. So when people lie, trust is the biggest thing in a relationship, trust and communication. Okay. So, Shannon, I can see you in the chat. Just repost your question, love. I actually keep getting like you'll eventually go your separate ways when it's time, when you decide. They're giving me my symbol for nah, as far as a lifelong partner, but you are together learning as you're supposed to learn. But yeah, they're showing me red flags too. So I feel like, hey, leave that cat alone. Sorry. I feel like there's some red flags with this, and like that's why I keep getting like there's something missing or there's something off or something like that. I don't know. I don't feel great about him honestly in the long run, but I feel like, you're learning what you need to learn, but you're going to have to make that decision on your own. I just don't feel like he's for you. I keep seeing a darker skinned gentleman that with glasses that feels like he might come in later in your life. I don't know, does that make sense? Shannon, honey, repost your question, love. Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, lying communication is. That's why I was feeling like something's off. Like, there's something, like, you don't usually, if somebody's really meant for you and everything's going great, you don't really ask a question about it. But, okay, you're welcome. Yeah, and like, relationships are always free will. So you have to decide that you want something better. But I see somebody down the path better for you, and he's he's dark chocolate, like we always talk about. Whoa, I see his glasses and he's got a little bit of facial hair. He's pretty he comes across pretty handsome from what I see. No, we can see you, Shannon. We can see you. I need you to ask the question again, please. Thank you, Aria. I hope that was helpful. You'll have to let me know how it goes. I'll put her up there that way. Shannon, please re-ask the question. Please re-ask the question.
Yeah, we should always be in relationships that are for our highest good, that make us happy, that not make us worry, that not make us have questions. You're welcome. Shannon Chadwick, you're the last question. Please post the question. Well, everybody talks about my voice. I'll just be sexy with it. I could be a comedian. No. Yeah, Violet. Hold on, baby. Shannon, my dogs are driving me crazy and getting hungry. Shannon. Shannon. When it's time. When it's time. Superman come when it's time. When people meet, it's all about vibration, energy, and timing. I have a haunted doll, yeah. I have 3. They haven't done anything though. They're kind of boring me. I don't know if it's because I haven't really worked with them or talked to them, but they haven't done anything. I put the EMF by them and it doesn't go off. No one wants to play with my cat balls. It just sits there. And I don't even want to. I'm not even going to say it. Yeah, Lissy's a bad influence. I mean, they're haunted. They're supposed to have activity in your room. Shannon. 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 Shannon, you're the last one. Where are you? You find them on Etsy. But I don't know. Mine haven't done anything. But I don't know. I haven't welcomed them or anything, so maybe that might be why. I mean, I gave him coffee like you're supposed to. Do you guys want to see him? I was gonna do a different live for it, but I'll show you while we're waiting for Shannon. I'll show you guys. Hold on, Violet. Hopefully my dog's not moving when I get it. I'm getting a case for him because this fucking thing. Stop it. Nope. Get away. They're not yours. They're mine. Sorry, Laura. No, yeah, you gotta make sure you get the positive ones. This one is, I can never pronounce her name. She's supposed to be like a genie. They're positive and they haven't done anything. So, I mean, but I have a case coming for them because I don't want anything to happen to them because, you know. And there's this one. She's supposed to be a witch, like a white witch. I need to get some candles to see if she messes with the flame. We'll see. I haven't had anything happen, so I honestly can't tell you. Yeah, she's supposed to be like a positive djinn, like a genie. And then there's this one, and she's supposed to be like, she's supposed to really make things happen. She wanted to be an actress apparently, and she didn't make it. And so I got her because she is you guys, she's not. She's beautiful. Poppy, quit. She was supposed to make the big screen and didn't make the big screen. And so they said someone with social media would be good for her. She's supposed to be the most active, but actually I get a headache with her, Lizzie. I know, they're cool, right? I think they're beautiful. I'm getting a case for them because I don't want my dogs or cats or dust or anything. But they're supposed to be good ones. Yeah, they're supposed to be. Look. And you just love and respect them and nothing will happen to them. See me and my dolls. So these are supposed to be haunted dolls. But I don't know. I haven't really had anything happen, so I can't tell you one way or another. We'll see. Although this one, I swear, like I was seeing its face change when I dropped her. Where is Shannon at? Shannon. Oh, Shannon. Shannon. She already watched this and be like, why is that? Get down. You're not getting my dolls. Get out of here. My dogs want them. See why I need it? See why I need the case? Stop. No, I don't. These are my first and only 3. So they're supposed to be like, like haunted objects. I don't know if we're doomed or not. I can only get what I get. Like I was saying, I started writing the auto write and I got a little overwhelmed. And I didn't finish. So, and then something happened today that matched, and I was like, oh crap. No, quit! You're not getting them. Stop. They're not your toys. Stop. Jerk offs. That's why I'm getting a case, because I know the first chance you guys get, you'll get them and want to eat them. Honestly, nothing's happened. So I get a little headache, I think, but I know though which one was the one that was calling to me. I wanted to do a live and see if they did anything, but I haven't actually like welcomed them or worked with them or anything. I was trying to fix the bird cage today. I spray painted it. Look, fuck my nails, screwed my nails up in my everything. So yeah, you can look on Etsy. Actually, I went to the crooked stairwell or the so I don't know. I kind of trusted the person that sold them on that. It usually says what they are and who they are and all of that whenever you like in the description. No, I'm not taking questions. I'm waiting for Shannon to come in. If she doesn't show up, then she can just email me and I'll answer her question that way. Hey! You're welcome. If she shows up, I'm just giving her a couple minutes. Otherwise, if she sees this, she can just email me or find me or whatever. But we'll do a live with the Hey, stop. It might have been bugs. I had a lot of bugs. It was May. So it might have been bugs. Bugs look like orbs on there. So, yep. I was squeezing people in, but the problem is I'm out of time. I don't like have any more spots. Like I'm doing multiple readings a day, and I have one day off, and it's not. Plus, I'm doing the YouTubes and I haven't done TikTok in a while, but I just don't have time to squeeze anybody else in. I was charging like 25 for that, and I was squeezing people, but I don't have any more time. I just would be careful about getting dolls. I don't know what they are. That's why I wouldn't just get random dolls. I'll be doing questions again. It's kind of like time and energy thing, and sometimes they're late because I have other readings and stuff. So I just kind of get on here as I can. It's But I was so upset because Spirit's been on me to do the auto write, right? And then so I freaking did I started doing the auto write, and I got to a certain point where everything was flying in so fast I couldn't like direct it, and I got a little overwhelmed for the first time ever, and Yeah, thank you, Aria. Yeah, that's the best I can do, unfortunately. Thank you for being patient. But anyways, so I had gotten this African American guy walking into a apartment building and starting shooting, and that happened today. A guy, African American guy, walked in and unalived his wife and four or girlfriend and 4 kids. And I was like, crap. I started writing this on April 20th, and I kept thinking, man, something's gonna happen for my auto write that I wrote that I didn't put out. Ugh. So I always post my auto write, but like I said, I didn't finish. I started and I didn't finish, and then something happened today. So I'm gonna continue that all right. I'm still gonna post that. If people don't believe I wrote it on the 20th, I don't know what to say, but I just didn't finish it. So I posted it on the community post. So I only give what people give. I only give what spirit gives me, and we're not meant to know everything. We're not meant to stop it. It's just more of a validating thing. So is Shannon coming? Is Shannon probably not coming, huh? Yeah, I didn't finish it. I got. Oh, how'd you do that? How'd you find her? You guys are gonna give me like a. You guys are gonna make my ego like woo woo. Oh no, is she okay? She's not pregnant, is she? Yep, you are. You're a soldier. Yeah, so I was a little mad at myself that I didn't finish it, you know. Um just totally ticked off at myself that I didn't cuz now people aren't going to believe it that I had wrote that on the 20th, but whatever. I don't care. There she is. Miss America. There she is. Miss America. So what's your question? We were waiting on you. I feel like I'm going to pass out. Yep, we see you in chat now. You never went anywhere. We always saw you. I just need you to ask your question. Oh, did I? Oh. Yep, probably so. All the auto writes you can find in the world events playlist. But I started writing auto write and then I just had to stop. I just couldn't do it. I don't know what was going on with me that day. So I said I'll pick it up later and I haven't done it yet. And then the last 2 days I'm like, shit, something's gonna happen. Then I got on my auto write and I didn't finish it, and then it happened today. I mean. All right, please, Shannon, please retype your question. Oh, I'm freaking gonna pass out. I still have to take care of everybody. You're welcome. Maybe next live we'll do Neptune. I just keep thinking like if I have him out here, he's gonna like start being annoying in the middle of questions, but he does pretty good. He kind of just chills for the most part, but he does get a little curious, so he might try to kill my mic or something. I don't know. But I felt so bad. I went in there. He wanted to hang out, and I was like, I can't. I have to go do this. I was like, I have to go do this, and then I felt so bad. Lizzie, he flew from, he's in the box in the bathroom because he's still little. I'm still hand feeding. So he flew from the box up to my chest after like 4 times because he wanted me. And then I was like, oh, I like held him and I pet him for a little bit. I was like, oh, I have to go and I don't have time to put everybody away to bring you out. But he flew, so he's starting to fly. So I painted his cage today and I need more paint. I ran out of paint. So that kind of sucks, but I might have to go tomorrow and get some so I can finish it. Well, tell her to hurry up and ask her question. I'm freaking dying over here unless she wants to do it through email. Yeah, he did. So that means that I might not have to clip him because he'll just fly to me like Midori did. I keep wanting to call him Midori too. Yeah, his cage, I need some more like blue and purple though. I don't know if I like the pink on the bottom because he's a boy. But that's all I had. I know, he's a sweet baby. And then the puppy is doing really well. He kind of just runs around with the goats, and he's starting to explore when I have him out. And he is like his birthday's the day after mine, so he's a little Aquarius puppy, and no wonder he's like being stubborn and shit. He doesn't want me to tell him what to do. Yeah, do you like the pink though? See, I added some pink up where like the purple and blue were though, and it looks kind of dumb because I ran out. Like I noticed like some parts that were missing. Like I really needed 2 cans of each. And I have to finish like the bottom, that pulls out. That's not done, and I think it might need another coat. So I think I'm gonna have to go get some more paint tomorrow, although I don't want to. I think I might have to. Do you like that? But he's a boy. So I don't know if I like the pink on the bottom. It looks cool, but and I got everything I need for his cage. So his little canopy thing came today. What's her question? Oh. Well, why didn't you put it on the screen? Well, I need her to do it. She can't type it because I need to connect to her energy with her typing it out. But no, I see. Yeah, but there's certain parts where I put the pink like on the blue or purple because it wasn't like fully painted. Then it kind of looks stupid. I might have to go over it. I have to let it sit for a while, so I really need to finish it so it can sit. Okay, yeah. Let her get a hold of me. That way I can connect to her better because I'm just not connecting with that. Oh, here we go. Look. I just stick through with this job. I just started with this new investor. Start looking for something else. So we get opportunities for a reason. So the reason that you're like working with this investor and that this new job come along is because you're supposed to be there right now. Like that's where you're supposed to be right now. I think something later on is going to come. Something later on will come that's going to be a little bit bigger for you, and I feel like you'll make more money and be happier there. But right now this is like a stepping stone. Like you need to stay where you're at this present time, and I'm hearing like give it a chance because I don't feel like you've really given it a chance. So that's what I'm saying. Something else is going to come along, but I feel like for some reason, I don't know. Did you learn anything from this so far? Like there's a reason that this happened. That's what Spirit's bringing is like, there's a reason it happened, but I don't really know what the reason is. Like there's a reason you're here right now. And I don't know if it's a learning experience or something like that, but I keep getting another, like, there's something else that's going to come in. I'm getting June, like the month of June, something else is going to come in. You might have to look for it or whatever, but I feel like opportunities knock and they find us kind of. No, I know. I'm just saying that I'm getting that it's happening for a reason, like there's a lesson here or something that you can learn from this being in this situation. Um I don't know if am I making sense to you? Like the reason that you're here in this situation right now is because there's something that you're learning from the experience. Like that's why you're there. But I'm getting something's going to come up in June for you. Like there's going to be an opportunity, but it feels like it connects off of him in some way. Either they find they find you through him or because you worked with him or there's some kind of connection to this job that's going to be the other job. Um yeah, I mean if you feel like you want to go to a different path, that's always up to you. I feel like your experience though is going to gain you because this new opportunity that's coming up, it feels similar but different. Um so it feels like it's along a similar line but maybe different. Like I feel more of a supervisor in charge kind of thing with you um with the new opportunity because of your experience. Does that make sense? Because I feel like you have that level of experience where you could either be running a company or you could be like more like a supervised person or a manager person or one that's in charge of like a team or something like that. Like I keep getting that but it's like yeah, it's like a connection thing. It feels like it's a connection thing. Um No, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you there's going to be an opportunity that comes in June that is a connection. I feel like it's connected to him or his job or somebody that he knows or something like that. Like there's a reason that you're there right now, but it's all because of the connection. So, I mean, you can look and sometimes when we look, we shift the energy, but I feel like some way somehow there's going to be something that comes along in June for you. I'm getting like next month. You know what I mean? Because yeah, that's what I'm getting. There's some kind of connections that he has, or I don't know if someone leaves and starts a new company, or they know this person, or they know this company, or whatever. But it's almost like it's a headhunter that's going to find you, but because of him. But I get but also get, like I said, like big boss energy or like somebody's going to like you for who you are and your experience and all of that. Like, hey, come work for us kind of thing. Now you might have to look, but I keep getting the connection here and I keep getting June is being highlighted for a shift. If that makes sense for you. Shit, 10 questions took longer than the 20 last time. 9, 10, 11, 12. Took freaking 4 hours. I can't believe this. I tried to cut down the questions and I still had a 3-hour live. Oh, you are a supervisor. Okay. Sorry, I haven't been putting these up here. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna be like a supervisor in another country, or another country, another company. Yeah. I think it will be because they're giving me June. They're giving me June as being significant for some kind of shift or change or something like that. Like I would just, I don't know, I would trust what spirit's giving. Usually, if I get it, it happens. Yeah. Like I said, June's highlighted for some reason. Something's gonna come up. Either you're gonna find it. I mean, just start looking and see, but I just keep feeling like it's gonna be connected in some way, shape, or how. Oh, yeah, no, I don't blame you at all. I mean, you can always start looking. Nothing's gonna stop you from looking, and that might be how you bring it in, but I just feel like I get, like, headhunter more or, like, a connection to this other guy or something like that. Someone that maybe he knows that started a business or something. I don't know. It feels like something like that. No, I mean, I think you're there because there's some sort of connection that's gonna lead you to something better. Not that you should stay there and wait for your money because you can't work for free. Just like I don't work for free, because we have to have an energy exchange. We have to be able to survive and pay our bills. So, um and also if he doesn't pay you, I would report him. Yeah. So I feel like it'll be someone that comes in that picks you up, kind of like a headhunter or someone that's looking for someone that does what you do. To be a supervisor or manage their company or help them out like that. So that's okay. You're all good. You got the special call in. Sexy. Sexy call in. So Beth, I'm sorry to hear about that, but didn't we talk about last time that maybe law wasn't the best for you and that we gave you another direction? And that might be why. I don't remember what I told you, but uh yeah, no. I was calling you with my sexy voice. I don't have a sexy voice. What am I talking about? Um Maybe in the future, but I don't feel like right now. But it is possible that you might travel with this work. I know, that's the problem. That's why my shit takes so long. Ah. I was missing some stuff I wanted to put up here. Okay. I don't know. Yep, one door shuts and a window opens. So just know that. Okay. I didn't know what we said for you, Beth. That's why I was asking. I can't remember if we got that you were gonna pass it or not either. Yeah, for both of you guys, for Shannon and Beth, it's one of those things like rejection is protection in a redirection. There you go. Yep. You just needed to kind of flunk. And I think you knew that, and that's probably why you failed, or you didn't pass your exam. Rejection, but the door's shut for a reason. Okay? So, rejection is for protection and a redirection. You can shut the doors yourself as well. So we didn't say you would pass it, or we did. I can't remember. Or we didn't say one way or another. Yep. So you're being redirected. You weren't supposed to do it that way. You're supposed to do it this way, which is usually whenever I see something, it means that you're supposed to be on a different. If I see something different than what you're doing, you're supposed to be on the other path. So yeah, you have control over your own life. You can shut your own doors. You just have to shut them. Okay. Yeah. That's because it was probably up in the air, maybe. Yeah. But you feel better. I mean, you your energy feels better. You don't feel as like confused, depressed, all that. So that's good. What is meant for you will never pass you by. Yeah, sorry, Bridge. I'm actually getting ready to get off of here. I'm about just well, thanks for coming on and telling us. We appreciate it. I love to hear how things work out and whatnot, and you know, you'll be all right. So, the legal advocate's the way to go, anyways, I think. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. All right, guys. It's been a pleasure as always. I will see you again soon. But, you know, I know that you guys love these lives, and that's why I try to do them. Okay. But look, we did 10 questions tonight, and I did longer. Crap. I'm trying to cut down my time to like an hour or 2, but not 4. So there's that. I don't know. I guess it's because I put a lot into my questions and then I laugh for like 30 minutes. But, you know, it is what it is. But thank you guys for being so nice and hanging in and everything. Hit the like button on the way out. Thanks for all your support. And I'll see you again next time.